Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome into the program. Thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful show. And Montgomery needs a new mayor. And after today's, many different Supreme Court rulings, but one in particular, you honkies better start learning some Spanish. It's actually probably a good thing to try to learn another language. But I'm not that surprised by the Supreme Court ruling. I thought it was always a long shot to do this through executive order and not have this struck down. But of course, what I'm talking about is the Supreme Court rules birthright citizenship is constitutional. Now, I believe Justice Kavanaugh is trying to provide a little wiggle room that, say, the Congress does pass the Save America Act and they put a new provision in the Save America Act that would redefine exactly what the 14th Amendment's talking about there. Perhaps that could pass constitutional muster. Or perhaps you would have to go even more above and beyond. You would have to do a constitutional amendment in order to say, maybe somebody that's been here for, a few months from China can't have a baby and immediately have it be a citizen. Perhaps. As well as many other. Yeah, maybe you don't need to learn Spanish, you crackers. What you need to learn is Chinese. But you shouldn't be too disappointed. Again, this was always a long shot. There's a lot of over-the-top reactions, but let's start at the top. To the Supreme Court upholding birthright citizenship. The president himself. The Supreme Court upheld birthright citizenship, which is too bad for our country, but we can easily make it up in Congress through legislation. See, look at Donnie from Queens looking at the bright side of life on this. With support of the president that has now been determined during this process, no long and unwieldy constitutional amendment is necessary. Congress should start today to work on ending expensive and unfair to our country birthright citizenship. They will have my complete and total support, President Donald J. Trump. So yeah, I think what this ruling said is if Congress wants to clarify that, they can. But right now, as this has been interpreted for a long time by courts in this country, we know we're overturning it. Now, a lot of folks are saying, Amy Coney Barrett, how dare she? How dare she break with the right and work with John Roberts, that traitor? Again, why are you surprised? And, perhaps some of these people get to be judges for life because they don't have to listen to all the chatter that goes on. Perhaps it's a good thing. Maybe you can't always get what you want. Maybe it's a good thing you don't always get what you want. That said, I think Justice Alito and Justice Thomas get to the heart of the matter. Alito said on this decision to uphold, through the 14th Amendment, birthright citizenship of illegals and aliens as constitutional. Alito said, quote, the court's interpretation has national security implications. Suppose that the only connection someone has to this country are that he was born here to a mother who was presented just long enough to give birth, then returned to her country. Suppose that country was, say, a strategic adversary. Yeah, like China. According to this court, says Justice Alito, that person is a citizen of this country. And, well, that's just a hypothetical. The Chinese aren't. Wait, they are? But the Chinese would do that? Somebody's just telling me in my ear here. The Chinese would send over women who are preggers and have them birth babies to become American citizens and then ship them back to China, raise them as commies, godless commies, and then send them back over as spies and as American citizens. They're just telling me that in my ear here, my production team. That's crazy. Get out of town. The Chinese are already doing that? You mean like countries that are in this warped, wicked political game, geopolitical game, might actually take advantage of, say, the liberties of this nation? Interesting. But Justice Thomas added that I'm not sure that today's opinion will stand the test of time. The citizenship clause added greatly to the dignity and glory of American citizenship. Today's opinion devalues that citizenship. Yeah, Thomas's point is like this did create incredible dignity and glory for American citizenship after a bloody, bloody war and ensured citizenship for the children of slaves. And in so many ways, this war became about. And yet now, again, you fast forward a century plus, a century and a half later, and all of a sudden, it's like anybody who's just born here. I don't know. It's not surprising. I always thought it was a long shot for the president to try to do this just through executive order. But there are a lot of people who are just smarting from it. Eddie Bader sitting at the kids' table. How are you, Eddie?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Why do you sit so short? I've had many people like Pamela bring you up because you have long legs, and yet you get you like having your legs in your chest.
I feel like I'm in a tight car or something. Yeah, like go-kart.
Yeah, like
no,
you're in
the
a
way
sports
this
car.
jack sits and my chair will hit it, because I can't sit still. I got the,
Yeah, you do have the
yeah,
wiggles.
so, yeah.
Mr. Cool, I like that shirt. That is actually an awesome shirt.
I used to run this company here in town many, many moons ago, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good company. But I got to go dig holes today, so I was going to do it before the show, but this is how much I like it. It's 97 degrees out there.
It is hot.
So me digging holes as big as I am, and then coming in here afterwards a little sweaty, might sour the studio just a bit.
It's already sour,
I
baby.
noticed that. What's the deal with that?
Look at the place.
You know what it is? We need some ladies in here.
I'm sure that watermark right there on that one ceiling tile smells great.
I haven't sniffed the tiles, but yeah.
No, I haven't either. I'm just, you
we
think
need
it
some
smells
women in
good?
here. Women always smell good, and when they leave, they leave that smell.
Oh, I smell good.
Not what I'm smelling today, brother.
I know, that ain't me. That's the room. You can get closer.
I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right. Yeah, you stay there. You stay far, far away. What do you think of this ruling? You shocked?
I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked.
But I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, but it's one of those things in politics where I'm very disappointed, but what can I do, Joey? I mean, that's what's so frustrating. What can I do?
You can win more elections. That's what you could do.
I'm not running right now.
You could vote for people. You could vote for Republicans because the Republican may lose in Alabama. So you need to vote real hard.
Well, here's
And
the
make
other
sure
thing.
that Alabama is voting for Republicans.
I vote
Do
for all
your
these
part, Eddie Bader.
Republicans, and I still got stuck with Obamacare.
Mhm.
So I kind of lose my faith a little bit in the R&D thing because they both, at the end of the day, are out to screw me.
Yeah. Well, my main takeaway from this ruling is that all those honkies out there that listen to us, they need to learn either Spanish, which they should learn anyway, because why not, and Chinese.
Because you fight the resistance if you don't know the language. That's your way of fighting the resistance.
You don't have to learn a lot, just learn a little bit.
El burrito, el get out of my country-o. How about that?
You could just say no entiendo.
See, who's got time for all that?
That's actually should have been what Trump's response to this court ruling was. No entiendo. I don't understand. But Chinese, I mean, Spanish is easy compared to learning the Chinese. That's a whole other
How are
alien
we
language.
doing people wrong by taking that away?
We wouldn't be. We would be a nation that's us upholding its borders. And yes, it's citizenship. And it is kind of nuts because right now the courts already understand, say like you're a diplomat in the country.
Yeah.
And you have a kid here.
Okay.
It's not an American citizen.
Exactly.
Well, because the 14th Amendment talks about subject to the jurisdiction thereof. So if you're here illegally, are you subject to the jurisdiction of the United States? Like, I guess in some ways you are. You're subject to, like, if you murder somebody, we can try you.
Well, then you should be, if we can try you for murder, we should be able to try you for anything else.
Yeah.
But that's the other part I don't get, and I think many Americans don't. Whenever I go to another country, the last thing I try to do is change it, even if I was to move there. So when they come here...
Well, because if you did that in other countries, they'd probably
They'd
kill you or
Yeah.
put you in prison.
Well, you just know better.
Yeah, if you go try to, like, take over China, they're going to kill you. If you do that in
Certainly.
Japan, they'll probably be nicer about it, but they'll definitely put you in
Oh,
prison
yeah.
or tell you to leave.
They'll isolate you for sure.
You do that in the UAE and even the modernized
you're
Middle
gone.
East, like Arab countries, they'll kill you.
Yeah, the head basket's going to be...
Turkey, they'll kill you.
But
Now-
why here is it acceptable that we allow other cultures to come in for no other reason just to dilute what we have?
Oh, there's a cynical side, and I think there's a lot of truth to it. And I hate being this cynical these days. But I think there is an elite class of folks who have, and J.D. Vance talked about this in his book, and he saw it firsthand going to Yale and being part of the Venture Capital Club and all this. That these folks have, who live in New York City, who live in Los Angeles, who live even in Chicago, any like major, and you could pick other major metropolitan areas that aren't the big names, like say Charlotte.
Yeah.
Something like that,
Charlotte,
Atlanta. A lot of those elite, because there's plenty of working class poor folks in those cities, but the tip of the top, which by the way, overwhelmingly donates to the Democratic Party.
Yes, they do.
The elite of this country, which is a money thing and a sort of class fashion thing, and there are fashionable things, but that elite in those big cities have much more in common, in fact, have more friends with other elite in other countries' big cities. So London, Dubai even, Beijing, Shanghai, Paris. Like they can afford to jet set. The way they do business often, they're meeting a lot of folks from that other part of the world. So they have this sense of like, well, those are my friends. Those are the people I actually deal with. And they have no sense of the folks in, say, backwoods Ohio or Alabama. No sense of it at all. And it doesn't even have to be backwoods, just rural, just maybe even suburban. They have no idea. And they don't feel any true connection to people in that way. And I think there's a lot of that going on. And so that's the one thing where, say it's not even a person's political. They just kind of think in those ways. And they're like, well, I'm a citizen of the world. I'm a cosmopolitan. But then there's the cynical side of it, where there are people who are in that elite who are actively political. They understand that if they want to, they understand that those folks we don't know in the backwoods or in rural America, they're always just a hop, skip, and jump away from coming at us with pitchforks. They hate us. If they got the chance, they would do awful things to us. Something about lampposts, you know? They tar and feather us.
You bet.
So how do we keep, and look at what those folks just did. They just elected Trump, especially these young men. This is crazy. This is fascism. So how do you push back against that? You change the population. And it's not just raw numbers of vote. It is people speak different languages. And beyond the language barrier, people have different cultures.
Yes.
So you lower levels of trust and you lower identity in a local community in a large way. Where folks just become, what's the Carlin line? Dumb, stupid consumers.
Yeah.
Did you see with the latest on America's Got Talent?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're right about that.
You watched the World Cup?
I did watch it.
Commie. By the way, my Uncle Scott has always said it's a communist plot to overthrow the country soccer is.
Yeah.
He went to the Jordan-Hare thing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I'm outing him. But he went, and the whole time, he had on one of those big floppy fishing hats.
Are you kidding
and
me?
sunglasses to go incognito.
I was going to say, was he hiding?
He was committed to the bit. I got a few photos of it. It's
was
great.
he impressed?
He won't officially know.
Then I will say
it's a commie plot. But if you talk to him privately, he thought it was
exactly,
awesome. Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, but that's the thing. It's like just relax, watch your stupid TV, watch your sporting events, eat your junk food, divorce your wife, cheat on your wife or your husband. It goes both ways these days.
It sure does.
Struggle at that job where you thought, well, I just got a promotion. I'm making 5% more than last year. But everything costs 10% more, if not 17, 20% more after a decade. You're thinking, well, I'll get that car eventually, or at least just hope this one. I know it has no AC in it, but at least the tires are on it. But you just be a dumb, fat American. That's what you are. And, we'll take care of you. We want to give you health care. Now, will that health care actually make you live longer? All the jury's out on that, actually.
I would say no.
It's interesting. Folks that get on Medicaid don't necessarily have better health outcomes. Interesting. It's just fascinating how there is that divide. And that divide between rural and urban has been a real thing in many cultures for a long time. People that live in a big crowded city are going to think differently than people that live miles away from each other. That said, though, what's happened since the 90s into the 21st century is that divide has become more and more stark. It used to be it'd go apart and then it'd come back together. And we would reconsolidate as Americans and American identity. But it continues to be pulling apart. That's why you're seeing the socialist communists up there in New York City who are straight up saying, America was a bad idea from the start, folks.
But that's why I think part of that slipping apart, it's a lot of these social programs that have taken the will to succeed right out of people. I mean, I can sit here and wait on a check once a month. I'm broke 20 days out of the month. But 10 days out of the month, I live like a king and I don't have to do nothing. And I've got, my kids taken care of the same way. It takes a lot of will out.
Yeah, and so there, I think, is a whole element of, why do they do this? There's some people that are just, well, everybody can come here and be an American. They really think that far about it.
Yeah.
They don't think of the Chinese sending women who are preggers over here to have U.S. citizens, then immediately ship them back to China, then use them as they need.
Would you feel better if they came over here single and left pregnant? Would that make you feel better?
No, that wouldn't make me feel better. Why would that make me feel better?
Kind of be diluting their culture a little bit.
I don't know if we would be.
50 to 1 kind of thing.
Well, we're not having enough babies as is. You think we're going to start diluting the
we
Chinese?
used to have a lot of babies, by the way, but
right.
Tipper Gore got involved, shut down teenage pregnancy, so there with that.
Tipper Gore shut down teenage pregnancy?
That's how I remember it, yeah. Actually, it was
I thought it was MTV doing that teenage and pregnant show or whatever.
No, that was afterwards. That was a train wreck.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah,
But that's what we can do to you American hayseeds. We can document. We, the elite out in Los Angeles, can document your dysfunction and then sell it back to you as entertainment.
Yep.
And after you eat all that junk food that you get, early onset diabetes, at least pre-diabetes, you see those brown spots on your shins? We're not going to tell you to eat better.
Freckles.
We're not going to tell you to eat better. Here's a pill.
Yeah.
That costs too much. But how about this? We get the government to cover the cost, so we get paid, and you have your symptoms put at bay, and you can keep eating and watching your country fall apart.
Sure.
It's
Meanwhile,
fun.
They're getting mailbox money.
It's fun.
How long is this going to last?
If we go in that direction, and we could, it could last a while, actually.
Yeah. Run off our fat reserves for a
Yeah,
bit?
never underestimate how long people can do a bad thing and how well people adapt. People always think that if the left wins, it's going to be chaos. No, if the left wins, it probably your day to day, like each day, you're not going to notice that much.
Yeah.
But you're going to look back after 20 years and go, what the hell happened?
That reminds me of that guy I follow on TikTok, that South African, where he's renting an Airbnb now, and he's in a normal normal neighborhood. He's like in South Africa. This does not exist.
Right.
You have 2 armed guards at the front of your neighborhood. Then you have bars on every window, every door of your house. And he said, I didn't come up that way, but that's what's happened. And you're right. It's like the frog in the water that's getting boiled. You don't notice it just a little bit at first.
And it's chaos. If so and so wins, it's chaos. If if you're a good, devout Christian parent,
yeah.
If you leave the church, your life's going to be chaos. Well, that kid that leaves you goes, well, I think it's cool to rebel against mom and dad. I'm going to dance at the Pink Pony Club.
Okay.
So I think I saw him by Chapel.
Gotcha.
At least last year. It's a little dated.
A little dated, but it's all right.
Sorry. But it gets the point across. that person can go dance at the Pink Pony Club. Have a ball. In fact, can have a ball for a while. And the chaos, if that ever sets in for them, won't set in for a while.
Yeah, but when it does,
when
it catches
it'll fall
up with
like
you?
a ton of bricks, like a piano out of the sky. Those cartoons were right.
yeah, when it catches up to you,
But my point is, you can be given over to it, and you do not need to underestimate how you will adapt to a bad situation,
mm-hmm.
and not in a good way. Like you'll become codependent on that bad situation. You don't want to change out of that bad situation.
It becomes the norm. You're comfortable there.
It always reminds me of that scene in Brave New World where John the Savage, who wasn't raised in the Brave New World society, he's brought because he's like his mother was parked in that world. And anyway, he's brought into the Brave New World. And at one point, he's realizing that a major way they regulate that Brave New World society is soma, it's drugs. Take a little soma to feel happy, take a little more to feel less pain, take even more and you just pass out. And they had daily soma rations, daily drug rations.
What's that much different than what we got here with the free heroin?
Stop it. You stop it.
I'm just saying.
All we give are free needles. We're not giving away the heroin.
No, but we're giving away a substitute.
Oh, no. Anyway, he at one point realizes, because he's a savage, like, they've enslaved you with this. So he goes and dumps all the soma rations out the window. The people he's trying to save hate him.
Yes.
And rebel against him.
Yep.
They're very upset because that's all they know and what they're used to. So yeah, I think there are a lot of folks, especially older folks, that are like, well, I'm glad I ain't going to live long enough.
Oh, there's a lot. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot.
But that's the thing. You can paint this dark, despairing future and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're all this talk of the commies and, the country's being overrun and the Supreme Court ruled bad on this or that or the other. It's like, actually, I think the commies and the socialists are as weak as they've probably been in a century.
Yeah.
They used to be much stronger. And Americans, especially like the conservative Americans, some knew it, especially some in the South. But most folks just thought, well, I voted for Reagan. And then you go do boomer liberal land stuff for the rest of your life.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Because they had control of the media. They controlled the university. They control the conversation and your thoughts. You think, oh, how could they do that?
Right here.
Yeah.
I mean, literally right there.
Though, for the first time in 2024, did show this, you now have alternatives. You now have options. There is a war at the highest level between elites, let's say. I think J.D. Vance in some way represents that. Sort of a son of the working class, but then he's been in that elite world. He knows Peter Thiel. And, of course, some folks see that as a big downside. We can't trust any of those guys. And Alex Karp and all those folks.
Well, I agree. You can't trust them.
Right.
I agree with that 100%.
Right.
But I don't have much choice.
And by the way, there is a fight going on the right where I think it's just like if you say it outright, because it's already happening on the left. If we're going in the direction of like, it's one thing to say, perhaps the United States shouldn't give billions of dollars to Israel. Okay. And perhaps it would be good for both of us if we had more daylight in terms of our militaries and our intelligence. And perhaps actually we shouldn't just have Israel's the preeminent ally there. We should try to build a new coalition, especially with the new generation of Gulf Arab leaders. Cool. That's what Trump and team are doing. But if it then goes to, you just can't trust those Jews running Palantir.
Yep.
And that's where it's going. That's where the youthful, energetic conversation's going.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's a sign of health, right? Real good sign of health, right? It's not like societies are actually falling off the wheels. But I say it, I think the commies, the socialist types, are weaker than they've been in a century.
Yeah.
It's just that the right is not a cohesive group. What attracted them, say, in 2024? What made up the so-called right? We don't like whatever the hell this is with Biden and Kamala Harris.
Right.
Like we know they're lying to us. They're creepy about lying to us. We're also still reacting to the COVID thing. Like we just don't like it. And that's why you could build this big coalition. But see what's happened once Trump took back over, the splintering.
Yeah.
And really hastened by Charlie Kirk's assassination. I think looking back, Charlie was a certain sort of glue,
He was
an indispensable man that was holding
was. He
things,
was
all sorts of different groups together.
very much so a middleman with that. Yep.
Which is a shame. And he's going to, they can poo-poo it and belittle all that stuff. That guy will be a true hero for generations.
Yeah.
It happens when you die young and when you're martyred, too.
And even now, people are still struggling with the fact that he's not here.
Yeah.
There's still that open struggle.
And there's still the question of, well, maybe Israel and the Jews did.
Oh, man.
And it's like, okay, prove it. Because right now, what I hear is a whole cottage industry doing incredibly well, making crap loads of money, selling people stuff that doesn't end up even being true.
And there's no way to disprove it.
And it's existed for years, but it's continued. Now, there's the whole other side of it is like, the Republicans must always win or it's chaos, and he must always support the party, and that's a whole other thing, too. Is it also kind of selling you a thing? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So calm down, everyone. Learn Spanish. Learn Chinese, you honkies. And we'll be all right.
Why don't you go learn English?
I know my English.
Right. Want some Chinese? Go learn some. Well, they got it, too. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Why we got to learn Spanish? Why don't we learn a, sexy language like Italian or something?
By the way, I've realized that saying in kind of a real Southern or like Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
Saying Latin in that way.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of fun. Like, pray for us is ora pro nobis.
I would like
so instead of ora pro nobis, is ora pro nobis.
I would like to see you interact with someone that speaks Latin just by dropping that
properly
on.
Speaks Latin.
Just dropping that on them and just to watch their neck almost break.
Right.
What did he just say?
All right. It's fun. So anyway, that ruling came out. Birthright citizenship is constitutional. It's still a
How
thing.
did it constitute?
Because the court said so, and they're the court. And that's how this works. And on a practical level, it's how it works. Well, it's not really. We just need a better court. It's like, okay, maybe get a better court. But Trump's saying, yeah, just pass legislation. Justice Kavanaugh. I don't know about Amy. I don't know. Some folks were showing side profiles saying maybe Trump was a little randy when he appointed her. And I'm like, that is wrong. Stop it, Internet, with your stupid sexualizing of a mother and a Supreme Court justice. It's
I would
wrong.
rather say that he put him there just because she's a woman rather than trying to sexualize it.
Yeah. There's some that
I mean, it's
say
not
that
right
too.
either way, but I would feel more comfortable.
Because she replaced Ginsburg, right? Yeah, and there was probably that played
But we
into
got
it.
that Sanjay
But also,
Brown.
Barrett's voted on a lot of stuff people like. But, if you break with stuff, it's like, you're an enemy. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, that's how this works.
Yeah, but remember, Trump's the same guy who, what was it, a week or so ago, was raising hell because someone didn't show up for the vote.
Yeah.
Because they were with Trump.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty funny. Well, Dave, why didn't you tell me I had to vote before I invited you?
Yeah. It's not my fault, your fault.
I mean, the court did other things. They ruled states may block biological males from playing in girls' sports.
Well, all I can say is about time. Okay.
So that's a good decision.
Yeah. Well, I heard something about Virginia, but that might have been a state thing. Virginia is going to allow recreational marijuana now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So get your Soma rations.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
It makes bad TV a lot. All that stuff I was ranting about earlier, weed makes it all a little easier to do.
You need to watch some 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, why?
You'll feel so good about yourself.
Why? Yeah. Well,
It's awful. Most of the people, one of the two is just coming out of jail usually, and they're getting scammed.
Yeah.
And you know this, and then they don't, and you're just watching it.
Like they think they found a fiance right out of prison.
Yeah.
That's
on male and female side. It's both.
Yeah,
it's awful. But I feel so much better about myself.
especially with the.
It's just Joey, the one guy. Don't
a
you fall
baller.
for this, because a lot of single guys, they always know where these women are, so they can always have easy contact with them.
Mm-hmm.
But then they fall in love with them, and then they start filling up their canteen with money.
Mm-hmm.
And then they make a big plan. Hey, when we get out, we're gonna get together. It's you and I. We're gonna get married, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And what usually happens is they get out of prison that day, but if their person that they've been kind of scamming doesn't show up at prison with a big welcoming gift or something,
Mm-hmm.
they just go to someone else's house. And the guy that's put all that money into her canteen and stuff just stands there like a fool.
It's a shame.
A damn shame. Don't fall for it, Joey.
Oh, by the way, after this ruling on the birthright citizenship stuff, NPR reported that Justice Alito's retiring Turns out it was wrong. So all these people in Washington, D.C. are freaking out. What do you mean you're leaving, Alito?
What are they doing listening to NPR anyway? Come on.
Well, that is where elite opinion is formed. But here's Stephen Miller reacting to some of these recent rulings by especially Barrett and Roberts joining the left.
Stephen, now, the president, I think, was pretty clever how he handled this today about this case. He basically said, look, there are other great cases out there. We're going to talk about those with Jonathan Turley. But nevertheless, he was disappointed that his appointee to the court, Amy Coney Barrett, wrote that majority.
Well, look, let's just call it like it is. Justice Roberts and Justice Barrett decided to cave to the radical left. Alito was so clear in his wording about what election day means. Nobody could read the statute, could read that opinion, could read what Alito wrote and come to any other conclusion. It's election day, not election week, not election month, not election months. So this was really a travesty, and it underscores, Laura, why we have to keep fighting to pass the Save America Act.
Now, that was on the mail-in ballots and counting them after Election Day. And I'm sure he wants to even reiterate the point even more now that this birthright citizenship thing came on. Did you notice, by the way, Stephen Miller, that when he gets going to make a point, he does this thing? Like, he like...
Got a tail?
Yeah, he like cocks his shoulder and his neck like he's cocking a shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me tell you something here.
Let me tell you something, mister.
Been watching too many of these clips. Anyway.
Yeah.
This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And, of course, at Montgomery Men's Health, it's in the name. They can help out you men with all your health needs. But, they were born from a history of treating men in Alabama for ED and low T. Been doing it for almost 15 years at Montgomery Men's Health. Real history, helping guys the right way. It's never was an add-on. It was like, this is always the point and purpose of what we're doing here at Montgomery Men's Health. But this past year, and I've noticed it personally as a client of theirs. I go there. They're a client of ours. I'm a client of theirs. This past year, they leveled up.
Yeah.
New care, new options, and it's impressive to see. But first, you need to know your numbers, especially your testosterone numbers.
Very important.
Do you know your numbers? The urologists and medical providers there at Montgomery Men's Health can make it easy. And it wasn't like, oh, let's slap this on like a medical practice or a doctor's office. No, this is the whole point and purpose, again, of this place. Helping men is the entire thing they do. It's not a franchise, not an add-on. It's urology-based protocols done the right way. And, pills don't work for everyone. And even when they do, a lot of guys deal with the headache, the flushed face, the side effects nobody loves. And if the pills haven't worked or never really did, that's exactly who Montgomery Men's Health is looking to help. So every visit includes an ED evaluation, not because something's wrong, but because keeping your levels healthy is one of the best ways to keep ED from ever starting.
Right.
And there's preventative care to keep it that way. So it's only $99 to get a testosterone test. You get your numbers in about an hour. So gentlemen, get by there. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. You're going to feel better after you go to Montgomery Men's Health, an institution. Been serving here, again, 15 years. Call them up to make an appointment at 440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or you can always go online to montgomerymenshealth.com. And be sure to tell them Joey, that fellow on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus, you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want, so what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
party at your place this summer? Fix things up inside and out with July 4th deals, now at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off select major appliances and save up to an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Plus, save $80 on the select Charbroil Performance Series gas grill, now $299. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breaker stripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that. Because each year, thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Well, hi, everybody. On this last day of June, take it easy out there. Heat advisory remains in effect. Very hot, high 96. Heat index 105 to 110. Spotty, scattered, strong storms. Not every town will get one, but there's a marginal severe weather risk for damaging wind gusts. Big heat can produce big storms. Tonight's low down to about 77. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 4th of July, Saturday, mostly sunny, middle 90s each day with triple-digit heat indices. And rain chances, not zero, but I would say 20% or less most days. Will be in the 70s at night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Oh, welcome back. So everybody calm down about that Supreme Court ruling?
Does it surprise you, though? It doesn't surprise me either, but it would have been a good, positive win, that's for sure.
Oh,
that would have been huge.
Yeah, people would have been dancing on the streets.
Yeah. So we're going to pop
Actually, people
fireworks
don't do
instead.
that as much anymore.
Well, there's more rioting in the streets nowadays. Not so much
But not even like right wingers. Like, well, what about January 6th? It's like, okay, that's one that you can maybe point to. But most of the time, you know what's going to happen with this?
What?
A lot of folks are just going to be like, well, damn, that sucks. And then I'll go back to work.
What else can you do?
All right.
Dude, it's like when you pull up to the gas pump and it's gone up 15 cents since yesterday. You're like, this sucks. All right, fill her up. What else can you do?
Well, it's like, well, that sucks. Country's going to hell. By the way, Michelle Obama's a man.
No doubt.
And it's so inappropriate to say that in the White House lawn. It's almost like that was the point of why that
You
guy's...
think?
Yeah.
I mean, you think?
It's almost like he's playing a heel character, even though he's a legit fighter.
Yeah, but you going to go tell him he's wrong? You want to go tell him?
I'll-
You want to
I'll
make
tell
that
him.
argument with
I'll
him?
tell him nicely. I don't think she is a
I
man.
believe you're mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you got to create this whole other theory of like those children aren't hers, and
They're not. Is that a theory? That's everybody knows that.
everybody knows that they're
Everybody
not.
knows that. Welcome aboard.
I mean, they look kind of like her kids.
They have very. I don't want to knock anybody's kids. They have very beautiful kids. They do have beautiful children.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, I'd feel for anybody that was a big celebrity's kid or anything like that.
You heard it here first. Eddie thinks the Obamas are beautiful. Let's go to Blair. Hey, Blair, how are you?
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Good,
Great.
Blair. How are you doing, honey?
Good. When my husband was stationed in Germany and we were there, and I'd go to the commissary, sometimes you'd go and there'd be no bread.
Yep.
Or there'd be no milk.
Ugh.
You know, and so, you know what? It was temporary. When people left to go back to the States, you were always happy for them, and you knew your day would come, and you adjusted, and you accepted it, and that's the way life goes. Some of these people, I think, expect everything to go their way and everything to be perfect. You know, and as the guy on the TV said one time, and then the unicorns spun by. You know, I got gas the other day, and I got it at Circle K because I have a card. I paid $2.80.
Oh, nice.
And I love their system. But what I really called about is y'all were talking about alligators the other day, and this is my first opportunity to get on the phone, and this is mostly for Eddie. Okay. Come out to Cathco. We've got alligators in our pond.
I know.
All sizes.
All sizes.
I work 11 to 4 on Thursday. I'm a crafter now, and I like to work there. But if I'm not there, John, he's assistant manager. He loves to take people out there and show them the alligators.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring a friend of mine's daughter with me because she's dying to see a gator in the wild.
Yes.
Good.
Not you, Joey?
Pictures.
I used to have nightmares about those.
It's 9 to 5 every day. We're closed on Sundays.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I've seen some of the gators out there.
you
You guys got generations of gators out there. Yeah.
Yes, some of them are huge. Y'all have a good day. That's all I
You
just
too.
wanted to
Thank you,
say.
Blair. Thank you, hon.
And on top of that,
yeah,
this is just came out today. Multiple people have been attacked by alligators across Central Florida in the last week, with the most recent attack killing a 31-year-old woman. Pretty gruesome scene.
Got that water in it. It's wet. Yeah, there's probably a gator there.
Yeah, that and when I get like, well, you know, just
That's
stay
the
away
way
from
I
them.
don't want to go though. I really
Yeah,
don't
no,
wanna
that
go
would be one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah.
Like that, a grizzly. Ugh.
Yeah.
You would hope the grizzly or a big cat would take you out
Yeah,
quick.
try to
but
lean in with my jugular.
just expose your neck.
Right.
Right. And then the beast understands and walks away.
That's what happens
It's like,
sometimes.
what an amazing.
I've seen it in Wild Kingdom.
What an amazing, noble creature.
Hmm.
But serious encounters with alligators remain relatively rare, according to Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission data. Yeah, sure. But there have been 3 attacks in the last 7 days. 2 came within 24 hours of each other. The victim in the latest attack had stopped to swim with her boyfriend and friend in Econlockhatchee?
Okay, that sounds like gator country.
Econlockhatchee?
Let's just say that sounds like gator country.
River, just north of Orlando.
Yeah. No,
This was Sunday afternoon when the alligator bit her. Her boyfriend tried to get her out of the alligator's mouth. The 911 caller described the woman's injuries as horrible. She suffered bites to both arms and later died after being transported to the hospital. Officials with Florida Wildlife Conservation captured a 13-foot gator at the scene and a 12-footer nearby, saying either could have been responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we need to take it in front of a judge to really give these gators their due process rights.
That's kind of the world we live in, Joey.
I've seen really big gators in here. I've never heard of an attack, though, said Leah Vera, a hiker. Careful, Leah.
Yeah.
24 hours earlier, a boy who was fishing with his father was bitten on the hand at Nelson's Fish Camp in Marion County. A snorkeler was bitten on June 21st at Rainbow River in the same area, about 100 miles away from Sunday's fatal attack in Seminole County. Authorities temporarily closed the river following the first attack before wildlife officials located and removed the alligator.
Did they, though?
So we wait. We wait until they actually bite somebody.
Yeah.
Before we go, that's a predator.
Well, not only that, Joey. Like they closed the whole river down and they found the gator that bit that guy. No, they didn't. They just went and found the gator. Yeah, we got him. There, we got him. We got him.
Though Florida is home to an estimated 1.3 million gators, attacks on people are uncommon. The state average is about 8 unprovoked by unprovoked. What's a provoked one?
He sees you with something to eat. There's a Big Mac walking along the bank there. I think I'm going to get that.
Since 1948, Florida has recorded more than 450 alligator attacks, with only 30 resulting in fatalities. So that's not that big of a number.
Yeah, open the season on them. Be done with them.
Yeah.
Deplete them a little bit.
Yeah, but then you're going to get people breeding them just to kill them, to keep the bounty going.
Things that I don't care about. I don't care. If you want to breed alligators,
you're
go
going to
ahead.
end up with more gators.
Not where I'm swimming.
You know that scene in Jurassic Park?
Which one? There's so many good ones.
Where the guy, I can't remember what accent, Australian accent maybe, or British accent.
Yeah, the Brit.
Where he's clever girl, and then he gets eaten. That would be you.
I don't think I'd get eaten. I think me and the gator would come one. Do you know how to sex a gator?
Sex a gator?
Yeah, if you're ever getting attacked.
No, Eddie, I've gone back to the church.
If you ever get attacked, sex that gator, he will stop immediately. And what you're doing is you're just trying to determine if it's a male or a female. And there's something you do, and I guarantee they'll stop the attack.
That needs to be an online ad, or a T-shirt. Sex that gator.
Sex that gator.
You're worried about getting attacked? Sex that gator.
If you're getting attacked by a bear, let's say a bear. If you get attacked by a bear, Joey, what are you going to do?
Sex that bear?
Something like that. Better get his attention.
What does that even mean? A finger?
Or two.
I've heard that's the case of dogs.
Anything wild, I think it would work.
Just stick your finger up their butt.
Shocker. And they'd probably stop what they're doing.
But what if it doesn't work? And now you got your finger up some wild animal's butt and you're getting eaten alive.
Add another finger? I don't know.
Let's go for 3.
If you're going to be a bear, you got to be a grizzly, Joey.
I don't know if that's the best advice.
Oh, what do? Just lay there and take it? Oh, no, the actual real advice is play dead.
Yeah.
I'm just, come on.
But would you rather play dead or sex the animal?
At least I feel like I'm going out with a fight. And plus, maybe we'll make friends.
This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And their Bo's company. I'm sorry, that line, sex that gator, still stuck in my mind. But Bo and the Goodson Group can help you out whether you're looking to buy or sell property. Of course, that's real estate here in the river region. Could be a house, could be land. And of course, they've been helping folks for about half a century now. They're at the Goodson Group's a lot of experience helping folks in all sorts of different situations in life. And then at the Goodson Group, they can not only help you with buying and selling property, but they have management services available should you want to rent out your home, which is a great idea in this market. So, but you probably want some experienced folks that can actually manage that rental for you. So it's not a headache for you, but it still can be a performing asset. So check out the Goodson Group today. You can go always online to thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call, 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson, the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Starting a business shouldn't feel overwhelming. At Janneycom Gulf Coast, we give you a clear, proven path to ownership. You receive guaranteed initial accounts, local support, and the training you need to succeed from day one. For over 35 years, we've helped people turn steady careers into thriving businesses, and you could be next. Start your journey today at JanneycomCleans.com.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the house.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. I was about to go to the phones to talk to Paul.
Oh, what happened,
but,
Paul? He probably still ain't quit laughing.
Yeah.
You thought I never really get to talk to him. I just heard him laughing so hard. I knew it was him. I said, hold on, Paul.
You were suggesting things that just ain't right.
I'm helping save people's lives, Joey.
Well, we were kind of going over it off air during the break, folks, that like say you are going to investigate, like you're at the coroner's office and you're doing an autopsy on the victim, and it appears that Gator ripped up his leg, definitely, but his right arm is broken, but there are no bite marks, which makes me think he attempted to sex the gator.
Yeah.
I've heard it work sometimes to end attacks, but sometimes they do that death roll and just snap your arm with their tail.
Just kind of like a chicken wing, just come right out.
Well, I mean, in a way, I got to respect the man for him to understand that he needs to sex the gator in that situation, that he has the clarity of mind to go for the win, but he still lost. Got to give the man respect.
He's got to know what he's fighting. Is it a male gator or is it a female gator? Because you have to go about both of them separately.
Oh, really? There's a difference?
The female gator, you got to whisper to her a little bit. You got to loosen things up. A male gator, you have to establish dominance. Let him know you are the head gator.
Well, in California, they can both still play softball.
This is true.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. This part of the program brought to you by Cole Plumbing.
Oh, man. Let me
Good
tell you
folks.
something about them.
Yeah.
I had to call them, and you guys have known this, said it before, about my mama. I had to call them about my mom. They came over there. My mom was ready to spend 5, 10, 15 grand, whatever it took to get her to have hot water again. She's like, if they needed a new hot water heater, so be it. But the great folks over there came in there and said, no, we just need to clean this one little sensor. Bam, you're good to go again. That made my mom incredibly happy and saved her a ton of money. And now, honestly, she's got that number in her phone. So when situations come up like that.
279-8919?
Yep, she didn't have to call me. She can just call them directly.
What, she has 279-8919 saved in her phone?
Yep, under J. Cole.
Because they're really that good, folks.
Yes, they are.
And it could be an emergency rush job. Could be you just don't know how to fix a simple problem like a flapper on your toilet's broke.
Yeah.
And you're like, you tried.
Got an $80 water bill. Can't figure it out.
Or it could be you got a big issue with your water heater. Or it could be you want to upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
Nicer things, like a taller toilet.
Tankless hot water heater. Save some money.
I have learned the difference between a taller toilet with an oblong seat compared to a shorter one with a round seat. It's a lot of difference.
Quite luxurious.
Yeah. And it's not even that nice of a toilet. It's just bigger. And so it is.
Yep.
It's worth every penny, folks.
No doubt.
So y'all check out Cole Plumbing today. You can always go to coleplumbing.com, but do like Eddie's mom. Save their number.
I'm telling you.
334-279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your ball,
call on Cole, Joey.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The Supreme Court has voted 5-4 to uphold birthright citizenship, so babies born on American soil are automatically American citizens, regardless of the immigration status of their parents. The ruling, one of the most highly anticipated of the year, President Trump, on the first day of his second term, signed an executive order to end birthright citizenship, saying it was never the original intent of the U.S. Constitution. The Supreme Court today also upholding laws in 2 states barring transgender girls and women from playing on school athletic teams. In another setback for transgender people, the Supreme Court upholding the transgender sports ban in the states of Idaho and West Virginia, ruling that the states can block transgender athletes who are biological males from taking part of girls' sports teams at the public schools and at universities. On Wall Street right now, the Dow is up by 178 points. This is SRN News.
Hey, I'm not one to say I told you so, but do you remember last year when I told you that Pure Talk was hands down the best wireless company that I'd ever used? Well, some of you were skeptical, but Consumer Reports just asked 120,000 people to rate every wireless company in America, including the big boys. Well, guess which company was the only company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. No service contracts, no cancellation fees, just great U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network for a fraction of what you've been paying. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I will encourage you one more time to dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to a 5-star American Wireless company that won't let you down.
Rich Thomas weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Victoryland Casinos, crowning 25K free play giveaway. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too.
Well, hi, everybody. On this last day of June, take it easy out there. Heat advisory remains in effect. Very hot, high 96. Heat index 105 to 110. Spotty, scattered, strong storms. Not every town will get one, but there's a marginal severe weather risk for damaging wind gusts. Big heat can produce big storms. Tonight, slow down to about 77. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 4th of July, Saturday, mostly sunny, middle 90s each day with triple-digit heat indices. And rain chances, not zero, but I would say 20% or less most days will be in the 70s at night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Montgomery County judge is considering dismissing a legal challenge to Senator Tommy Tuberville's eligibility to run for governor. Judge Brooke Reed heard arguments Monday but did not issue an immediate ruling. The case is expected to reach the Alabama Supreme Court regardless of how Reed rules on the motion to dismiss. The Republican nominee for Elmore County coroner has dropped out of the race following his arrest. Lamar Neighbors was arrested June 25th on a charge of aggravated theft by deception. The Elmore County Republican Party has to choose a new candidate by August 24th in order to get them on the November ballot. Currently, there is no Democratic candidate for coroner in Elmore County. Auburn's Bald Eagle will be flying to Philadelphia for a July 4th celebration. Independence the Eagle will be flying Delta from Atlanta to Philadelphia departing on Friday. Indy will be attending the America 250 time capsule dedication at Independence Hall on July 4th. For the flight to Philly, Indy will be housed in a large travel crate and buckled into 2 coach seats. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
You just have to eat kale. Kale, kale, kale.
I read you should put butter in your coffee.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your energy, digestion, and overall health, how do you know what's actually right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to show what's going on inside you right now. Not trends, not guesses, your biology. With your results, Viome gives you clear, personalized, actionable guidance. Which foods help you, which ones don't, and which supplements your body actually can benefit from. All based on the world's largest gut health databases and thousands of clinical research studies. Many people who use Viome report better digestion, more energy, and an improved mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing.
And maybe still eat the kale?
Maybe. Learn more at viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
And eat everything blue.
No, thank you.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark.
Turn it all down, Joey.
Indeed. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228. Now, would you like to hear from a big old bishop?
Sure.
Something about communism?
Is it positive?
It's thoughtful.
Okay, I'll take that.
Bishop Robert Barron. I can't remember where he's the bishop of, but he's bishop in the Catholic
Got
Church.
the title.
And the stuff they put out at his organization, Word on Fire, the books, they're truly beautiful. Like, well put together, beautiful. I'd keep buying them. But they're usually leather bound and have like gold leaf, and just they're nice to hold and to have, and then have an incredible commentary and information. Their Bibles that they do at the Word on Fire, just incredible. Anyway, really like this guy, and he puts this out because there's all this talk of the socialists winning in New York City, and again, you got to say, like, the socialist winning in New York City is not that shocking. And by the way, we saw, and you agreed actually with me on this, that Democratic socialist that we just saw on Joy Reid's show, the clip of, she's crazy. She's fine.
Crazy hot.
Usually comes in.
Yeah, they do.
As a package deal.
Yep, very true.
Well, I guess we're going to be raging against the bourgeoisie now, aren't we, baby?
Well, it just shows that crazy comes in all sizes, shapes, and forms.
Yeah, I wonder how many men are just socialists because of a girlfriend.
Oh, I see them
to get women.
So you know as well as I do. Well, okay.
You became a red for a girl?
How many are reverse that, though? How many girls are red just because they have no idea, but their boyfriend or husband is that way, so I'm assuming his identity.
Oh, there's definitely that going on, too. Yeah. And then there's that whole subset of, like, witches.
Oh, witches. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean like, oh, that's a funny way to not say the B word.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean like literal witchcraft.
Yep.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that, which is, again, as somebody this old, I can't believe that's really a thing.
But anyway, back to Bishop Robert Barron. Like many others, I've been alarmed by the success of certain politicians in our country who identify as extreme socialist or communist. This is not a matter of classical liberals triumphing over standard issue conservative. This is the victory of people who stand athwart the fundamental principles that undergird our country. There are many reasons why and this is again Bishop Robert Barron, why I detest communism, but I want to draw attention to just one issue of supreme importance. Karl Marx said that the first critique is the critique of religion. He meant that before a complete reworking of the politics and economics of a society can take place, religion has to be taken down. This is because religion, as he saw it, is the opium of the masses, a drug taken to dull our sensitivity to the suffering caused by economic exploitation. As long as the suffering populace is lured into complacency by fantasies about God's providence and the promise of eternal life, they will never rise up and throw off their chains. But there's a second reason why the elimination of religion is of paramount significance for Marx. Communism aspires to be a totalizing system involving the government's control over education, entertainment, communication, politics, and especially economics. What stands resolutely athwart this ambition is religion, which declares that all of these societal expressions are finally under the judgment of God. So if you want communism to succeed, religion has to be stamped out. If you doubt me on any of this, writes Bishop Robert Barron, I would encourage you to read the recent histories of China, Russia, Cuba, Nicaragua, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Venezuela. Revisit those histories and tell me I'm wrong about the attack on religion. Might I encourage my fellow believers in God not to be complacent in the face of this very troubling development in the American body politic? Yeah, but then you got a lot of folks that are like, say they're preachers and stuff. I mean, they're heretics, but they say they're preachers and stuff, and it's just whatever the latest progressive line is. That's what God wants.
I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Oh, I struggle with that so much.
Yeah. It's a shame. Anyway, let's go to Paul.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
What's up, Paul?
Joey, Eddie.
How you doing, bro?
My two favorite brothers on the two-way. I'm hot and sweaty and ready to go to hell home.
I heard that.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, y'all was talking about the chompers a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
got me tickled, and I called, and then I had to hang up because my darling wifey called. So I had to call back and just say, Joey, Eddie, I want y'all to find you a saltwater crocodile.
Oh, boy.
Joey, you be up on the bank recording this. Eddie, when that saltwater crocodile attacks, I want you to sex it, okay?
Can I just try to sex it first, and if he attacks in the process?
Nope, we're going to call it Eddie sexes that dial in the Nile.
Plus those crocodiles, they got the long, skinny noses. They can.
No. The ones he's
features.
talking about are like
those massive.
The
I'm
dinosaurs.
talking about salt water.
Yeah.
Do you not realize the difference in the Nile crocodile?
Oh, yeah.
The Australian crocodile and the saltwater crocodile.
Yeah.
Those boys swim across the ocean from island to mainland to just wherever they decide they want to go.
That'd be the life.
They are a floating vessel themselves.
Yeah.
Sharks don't attack them; they attack sharks.
But, that is Eddie's advice, it seems, on Eddie attacking wild beasts. Sex it.
Sex it. That will slow down the attack. It might just make your attacker start giggling.
They are the Chuck Norris of the sea.
That is true.
Later, guys.
See you, Paul.
I just had to get that in.
Thank you, Paul.
Appreciate it.
No, you just made me think of something that is very dirty, and now I can't say it.
Just say that will slow down the attack. All right, what if you were getting ready to fight? Honest to God, you're getting ready to fight. Maybe you're outside a bar. You haven't been drinking, but everybody else has. And a dude wants to fight you. And you're like, I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to fight. Then he strips his clothes off and wants to fight you naked. What are you doing? Do you fight a naked man?
Yeah, I strip my clothes down.
Do you?
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I think I would just kind of run.
And then that's when you go to the car, you get the baby oil, and you get into some Greco-Roman wrestling.
See, I don't think that would be the appropriate move. And I'll fight somebody, but not naked. In fact, next time I'm fixing to get my butt kicked, I'm just going to start peeling my clothes off.
Well, obviously you ain't Greek.
Obviously. No, much more Roman.
No, but actually, let me turn off the mics real quick and tell you something.
Ooh. Did not consider that.
Right. It could backfire.
It could.
Where it's worse than just being eaten.
Right. It's, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't think of that angle.
No, I did not.
Anyway. Back to the bishop.
Yes, hello, Bishop.
No, I think he makes a good point. I think he makes a great point. And I think there are a lot of folks, including within the Catholic Church, but all sorts of Christian churches, that keep flirting with this ideology.
Why?
Because
What's
I think
the
there
intent?
is a sympathy for what Marx is saying. Is like, no, you should be a revolutionary. You should be wanting to use your identity as somebody who's part of the working class to overthrow the ruling elite and take off your chains. Now, of course, never works out that way.
Right.
You just put on different chains.
Exactly.
For a new elite
Usually
that
with
rise
heavier
up and
chains, yeah.
claim they're representing you. But if you have folks that say, you know what, I am not worried about tomorrow. The first thing I fear is God, not what I'm going to eat, not what I'm going to drink, not what stuff I have. Now, I would like to be productive in this world and do for the people I love. And by the grace of God, hopefully I can do that. But I know it's not going to always work out. And in fact, being resentful about people having more than me, being envious of folks who have it a little better, even when I know, in fact, they're not playing a fair game, and that's why they have it better. I know that if I internalize that, that's a way for the gates of hell to prevail. So I'll turn to God. And so if somebody has that mentality, it's tough to make them into a revolutionary.
Very tough.
But you notice how stalwart that point of view can be and why it did change the Western world. Like, think of the amount of today in the Catholic Church is the feast of the first martyrs of Rome. And many of their names are lost in history. But the first Christians there in what was one of the most liveliest churches in the early Christian setting, they were not treated nicely, to put it mildly.
Oh, no.
And the things they were willing to die for, and the ways they're willing to die, including to big animals like we were just joking about. But it's that sort of, you think, well, a philosophy, it's not a philosophy, it's the truth. People that believe that way, how could they ever survive? Because at the end of the day, being willing to suffer is much better than wanting to make other people suffer. And again, if you have that bulwark,
yeah,
you might suffer, you might die, you might end up a martyr. But there's something about how the folks that always think it's about dominating others, they don't win in the end.
No.
And they become
No, they
monsters.
don't. Yep.
Whether they know it or not.
Usually very upset and angry with themselves, and they can't figure out why. Yeah.
Right.
They've alienated themselves. They have no one around them.
Yeah, and it gets to this idea that there is no authority higher than whatever the earthly authority is.
Right.
And this is why you have godless communism. Now, there's other reasons it may have happened. And don't get me started. Like, there have definitely been churches that have been very corrupt.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, it's easy to make the argument of, well, look at how sinful and corrupt these men are, thus God's no good.
But that's
not a
That's
smart
man.
that's not a smart thing to say, because then you're going to go, okay, look at how corrupt these men are running these churches. Now let's put other corrupt men in places that don't even claim to serve God. See how they do.
Mm.
They start worshiping something.
Yeah, they do.
Usually it's themselves.
Power.
And usually worship is yourself's not enough. You know how you know you have power here on earth?
How's that?
That somebody else is your slave.
Mm.
Now, chattel slavery's ended, but
Uh,
in the Western.
okay.
Yeah. Well, we still have wage slavery.
Nah, Pakistan still got
Not
real
quite the
slavery.
same thing as chattel slavery, but yes, there are definitely some places in the world that still have that system. But it's the first thing they go after. You got to wonder, well, religion's been fading in this country for a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they actually mean it and want people to be discouraged in their faith and want people to think the only way you get ahead of this world is by joining some big political movement and building the Tower of Babel.
I found that just to be the opposite. Whenever I get behind some big movement like that, thinking I can change the world, usually in a short period of time, I realize I've wasted my time. I would have been better off just doing something on my own and leaving the big group to do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd had more impact.
Well, and the quintessential character who is, he's he's wearing the bronze. He's got eyes of steel. He's too wily. Like, he washes his hands of all this whole situation. I've got to account for what's going on here locally with the political dynamics and what the authorities back in Rome might think and stuff. And it's Pontius Pilate.
Yeah.
And when he is sitting there essentially saying, I have the choice of life or death over you, I have a power over you, I think Jesus says to him to effect, my kingdom is not of this world. When you realize that the kingdom of God is within, the kingdom of God is not of this world, that everybody from dust we came, to dust we return. Memento mori. You can't tell the bones of an emperor from the bones of a slave. When you realize that, and there is a greater kingdom out of this world, that tends to be more revolutionary than any revolution other revolution men can think of. That tends to be something that actually changes the world. And if you really mean it and lead up to that example of that king and those who followed him so well, amazing things will occur. It doesn't mean suffering will go away.
Right.
I mean, you won't get down. But it does mean you won't give yourself over to things that are lies. And that's the long and short of it. I think at the end of the day, socialism, as well-intentioned as some people are, is a lie.
It is.
It's a lie.
And you were talking about earlier about communism and how it's never been so weak. Yeah, because so many people my age and younger saw how it's never worked. It's been promised to be the holy salvation for everything. And it's not one single time in my lifetime worked. I've seen it enough that it just doesn't work.
Now, 272-9228. Before I go on to the next thing, let's see who this is
Okay.
on the phone. You're on there. Who's this?
It's Papa B.
Hey, Papa B. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, guns and Bibles, boys. That's what the communists come after first,
Yeah.
last and always.
Didn't Obama say something like that? These bitter clingers holding on to their guns and their Bibles?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's an
I think I
old
do,
school.
yeah.
That's an old hit right there.
In fact, it said that he turned to Mad Dog Mattis, I think, in his at the start of his second term, and told him that he wanted him to go round up all the guns. And Mad Dog Mattis told him where he could get that idea.
Of course, I love that Trump started with Mad Dog Mattis. I love that guy. And then Mad Dog Mattis, terrible general.
Mad
He's
at you.
he's a big
Terrible
dummy.
general.
It's
Yep.
just like, good luck working
Mad
for
at
Trump.
you, baby.
Be careful,
least he
J.D.
did
Vance and
tell,
Marco Rubio.
Definitely.
At least he did tell Obama that he wasn't going to round up his guns.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which would be a huge mistake. That would be a massive, disastrous mistake on the part of anybody, no matter who they are in this country, to go round up people's guns. They would get more gun than they wanted.
I
by the
believe you're
time it
right.
was over with. So, but yeah, and here's another one for you. Here's another hit by Obama. You didn't build that. You didn't build that. We built that. You know, that's what communists do. Everything within their line of sight is there.
Yep.
It's all there. Everything. No private property, no business, no land, no anything. It belongs to the communists and them. You know, they can have their stuff, but nobody else can have theirs.
And that's the trick. You create a new elite that controls everything in the name of everybody, and it's like no.
But they represent no one.
I'd much rather Elon Musk have Elon Musk's
thousands,
money
yeah.
to play with and make more money if he plays with it in the right way. You know, it's not like capitalism perfect. I can see how that goes wrong too. But
yeah, sure. I mean, you know, it's the best. It's the best of the worst.
Right.
Type idea. You know, the best that we can do in an imperfect world type of idea. But the other part is, I mean, it's just hell on earth type stuff. So I really make no distinction between socialist, communist, globalist, black liberation theologists. It's kind of an all-in type of thing, especially in the people that say they're socialists. Whatever, a socialist is just a communist that hadn't gotten to where he wants to be yet.
Well,
Still in training.
I mean, for the longest time, especially in the 20th century, a progressive is just somebody who didn't want to say they were a commie.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's more truth than anything. They don't want to go ahead and
They don't want to say it full
who
blown.
they really are. Right.
Not as crazy as
And
those
that
guys.
makes it hot. It's like it's a secret, this double-minded thing.
Yeah, finger to the lips, shush. Don't say anything.
Yeah, because being double-minded ain't demonic or anything.
No.
No, come on now.
Come on.
But it's pernicious, and it's the communists are not at the gate; they're inside the gate, and we've got a Senate that won't vote for the Save America Act.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Oh, they suck. I mean, not our senators, but they suck.
That's just disturbing.
I don't know, dude. There's few back to the Supreme Court thing, a few good rulings, I guess, and then 2 or 3 really stupid ones. But I mean, are we really supposed to expect, good sense in all cases? I've come to not really expect too much, to be honest. I think we've got. I believe I've seen more good stuff than bad from the Supreme Court this time. The bad being really bad, being that birthright citizenship, ruling. But they did rule that there's, no men in women's sports. I mean, good night. How do we have to get to the Supreme Court to get that kind of a decision? But I guess anyway. So those are my thoughts for the day, guys. I appreciate you letting me tag along.
Well, I appreciate you, as always, calling in.
See you, homie.
You ain't going to find me down at the Pink Phone stuff.
Good.
About 40 years ago, maybe so. But,
Yeah. Yeah, it was chaos back then, too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks a
See
lot.
you, man.
Appreciate it. 272-9228. It's 334-272-9228. This part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings. You know Dillon Rings?
I know him well. Leslie had a birthday last week. I hope you reached out and told her happy birthday.
I did.
Because I know I did.
I said on the air.
I did on the air, and then I texted her, and then I messaged her, and then I...
Well, I didn't do all that. Now I feel bad. I said I didn't just say happy birthday and moved on. We talked about it a great bit because it was.
It was. It was a great day for her as well.
Celebrate another birthday.
In fact, I think this week they're on vacation.
Yes, all week they are closed there at Dillon Rings.
Celebrating Independence Day by being independent.
Well, and that's the type of folks they are. Number one, they're really good at what they do.
Oh, they're
in the
some
jewelry
of the best.
business.
There's
Great
no doubt.
inventory. Josh the jeweler can make anything, including this custom piece he made for me right around my neck here. Beautiful work he did for me. And he can do something for you, or maybe, say you got like divorced a while ago.
Okay.
And you still got the engagement ring and the wedding band?
Yeah, because I'm not letting him have it back.
No. And, you go to a pawn shop, they're like, I'll give you
$25.
I'll give you, I'll give you $500 for just the materials, but we're going to melt it down. It's like, no, this is worth a lot more than that. Well, Josh can repurpose that stuff.
That's
In fact,
exactly right.
combine it. He can create something that don't want to remind you of your ex, but you can still have some beautiful jewelry with those materials.
Exactly.
You can do stuff like that. But also what I love about them, beyond being great at jewelry, they're just fun people.
Oh, they're great people, man.
They love having a good time, celebrating America, celebrating life.
Yep.
And in fact,
1,000%.
I saw that Josh on Facebook today said, do me up AI like I was cool in the 80s. And man, it's a good look. It's a good look. I like that look. I was only a babe in 1988, so
yeah,
I missed
good times.
the good times in the 80s.
Good time.
But folks, check out Dillon Rings today, because at Dillon Rings they can help you. And of course, they're again closed for the whole week.
Yep.
But just keep them in mind when July starts hitting the ground running after the 4th of July celebrations. Get by Dillon Rings. Check out everything they can do for you when it comes to jewelry. Again, 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
It's me again. I wasn't expecting to go back on there. I was going to drop something in the 80s here to bring up. Sometime last week, I forget exactly when it was, they were brought up on either the news or one of the talk shows that they were saying that Social Security and disability is probably going to be running out somewhere around 2030, 2032.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, with that in mind, how are they figuring that they're going to continue with their welfare programs when the same money that comes out of working people's taxes feeds and clothes and houses these people that are on welfare, and these people that are going to be having hit the ground running citizen children are going to be ones drawing that money? But for the most part, if they are working, they're not paying taxes. And if they are working and drawing an income, most of them are sending it back across another border. So how do they expect the American citizens that work and pay in taxes to be able to continue paying welfare in for these people to keep dropping babies?
They don't. I don't think it'll fail, but I think they love teasing the American public several times during any presidential cycle that, hey, it's all going to dry up. All this that you've given us, we're just going to take away. And I think we all know as a country that can't be done. There'd be so much hell raising. But I do believe Joey's generation, at some point, they're going to start tapering you off.
Yeah.
With the fact that you're going to pay, we're going to allow you to have this benefit in the future, but it's going to be something that's unobtainable for you. I really do.
But even with that thought in mind, Eddie, you have more people that are not working that are drawing some type of government check that the taxpayers are paying, and there are more and more people of my age that are retiring or that can't retire.
Can't afford
because
to.
they have to have some kind of supplement, exactly, to continue paying the bills, because what was supposed to be coming to us has been taken by the government to put someplace else or to be given to illegals. And that's not a slap in the face for those that are looking to come to our nation legally and do what we do, the real American dream, so to speak. I ain't going to say so to speak, because that's exactly what we do day in, day out.
Right.
Those of us that stand up and do for ourselves and do for our country. Anyway, that was something I wanted to bring in a while ago, but I got too carried away with the crocodile.
Yeah, with the sexing of the crocodiles. Well, I appreciate it, Paul. Good point, man.
Thank you, Paul.
272-9228.
I mean, they keep throwing that up there. It's got to just be a fear tactic. But when it comes down to it, let's say, like Paul's right, you either pay your retirees or you pay your ones on welfare. Who's getting paid? Who do you think is going to go to?
Probably the retirees.
I'd go the other way around.
Actually, no, I think it's retirees.
And the reason I say that, I'm not a retiree. I hope to be there someday. But I remember many times growing up when retirees would have an issue with Social Security and things like that. The only way that ever got people's attention to be there was a commercial where retirees were eating dog and cat food instead of getting their medications. That's when it came back up. I used to think that was crazy.
No, I think if you're cutting off retirees, older folks that paid in their whole life, that is, just thinking cynically, politically, that is political poison.
Well, not only that, because you did it to me. So
that is the stuff that starts
anybody else. Yeah.
Yes. It's like Boxer at the end of Animal Farm.
Yeah.
He's going to retire. No, he's going to the glue factory.
Yep. Exactly right. And I worry about that with older people, especially if they don't have retirement. They're going to lean on their assets, whether it be their house or other things. And yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Anyway, hey, this part of the program? Sometimes I wonder about you, man. Alabama Home Mortgage is the sponsor of this part of the program.
Oh,
in fact,
great
the
folks,
entire
man.
hour. Really are.
Did you see, and if you hadn't, I'll send it. Kim posted a picture on Facebook. I haven't seen her live in quite some time.
Yeah.
She looked phenomenal.
Yeah, she's looking good.
She looked phenomenal.
Kim Williams there at Alabama Home Mortgage, looking good.
She did. She looked phenomenal. So, Kim, if you're listening.
I think it's because she's got, a lot of great things going on, and
Of course.
especially her business that she's been running for a while.
She's got one of the best people in the business working for her, and that's Madeline.
Madeline Cannon? Oh, yeah.
I can't say enough good things about her.
Yeah, she was texting me today. Am I in today? I'm like, no, it's July the 7th.
Why couldn't you just told her to come on in?
Because, I like it when you're not here. And just,
okay. At least you're honest.
No, I'm just following the schedule.
Sure. Yeah. Schedule.
But, of course, they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. Kim and Madeline can help you out, whether you're looking to buy or refinance that current home. You can't control interest rates or what the Federal Reserve's doing, or Lord knows what people are freaking out about. I'm not signing that housing bill until you pass Save America.
Right.
That doesn't need to even factor in.
It really doesn't.
You need to actually understand where you are, what you can afford. Go ahead and get pre-approved if you're looking to buy a home. And, of course, that's good as gold there at Alabama Home Mortgage. Pre-approval is actually worth something.
You really need that now more than ever.
And then, of course, they can also help you with a great refinance deal to get debt off your back. Maybe you need to shore up that retirement fund.
Yeah.
Because inflation, things are getting more expensive. They can help you in that regard. Or, of course, you could be like, I want to go on the big vacation.
I think that's a great idea.
Go see the mouse. I don't know. Maybe if you don't have children, don't go to Disney.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you want to do that, you can with a great refinance deal there at Alabama Home Mortgage. Just call them up today to start the conversation at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't write them. I just read them.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Before you commit to that plumbing repair or upgrade, get a second opinion from Headley Plumbing. Our estimate could save you thousands. We do it all: residential, commercial, and septic tank service, serving the entire river region. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit HeadleyPlumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the river region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Well, hi, everybody. On this last day of June, take it easy out there. Heat advisory remains in effect. Very hot, high 96. Heat index 105 to 110. Spotty, scattered, strong storms. Not every town will get one, but there's a marginal severe weather risk for damaging wind gusts. Big heat can produce big storms. Tonight, slow down to about 77. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 4th of July, Saturday, mostly sunny, middle 90s each day with triple-digit heat indices. And rain chances, not zero, but I would say 20% or less most days will be in the 70s at night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? AFE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
How you conduct yourself in a democracy?
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. 334-272-9228. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Southern Traveler. Hello.
Hey, Joey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. First of all, I want to pile on about the Alabama home mortgage thing. I don't know if you recall this. Several months, actually a year now, we bought a house, and she handled everything for me from 500 miles away, which was awesome.
Yeah, excellent.
But 2 weeks ago, I got this letter. The servicing company for my mortgage changed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to do. It's not their problem. It's not their thing. But I called Madeline. A lot of people would say, oh, yeah, that's not our problem. You'll have to do. No, she said, let me.
We lost you, sir.
Southern Traveler, you there?
To the rescue. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. We lost you there for a second.
We missed you on the good punchline. So she helped you out is the point. She could have not, but she definitely went.
Yes. Once again, Madeline to the rescue. She's 14 kinds of awesome. My wife and I just love her.
Yeah, she is great.
That's very cool.
All right. I lost my app. I haven't been able to listen, and I hate to call in blind when I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm at home. I'm in Wetumpka this week, so I thought I'd call. There's a whole lot of exciting things happening at Kennedy Space Center if you want to hear some of it.
Sure.
All right, we got the core stage for Artemis 3 right there in the high bay.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching it. I got to see the Artemis 2 launch from right close up. I mean, I was right there.
That's awesome.
They're going to try to move 3 and bring 4 in. My understanding is that the core stage for 4 is going to come in before 3 even launches. So these are going to start getting quicker and quicker.
Good deal.
So a lot of fun stuff. Of course, had that explosion at Blue Origin. That was ugly. That was not good. But we'll never know what happened. That investigation's closed. All I know is it blew up the whole launch pad, and you can't even drive over that way. So anyway, but the launches are increasing. Elon Musk is launching more and more. Blue Origin is launching. They expect next year, the first year that I was there were 64 launches. Then the next few years, it's been 100-something. They expect next year to have 300 launches.
Wow.
Holy cow.
It's a lot of fun down there. We're having fun, and if I ever run into you, see it, we got a lot of common friends. I'll show you some videos. I just can't send them. I was as close as you can legally get to the Artemis 2 launch.
That's so
and
cool.
it's one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you can always, by the way, catch at least my show on Joey Clark Live on YouTube. We also have a News Talk 931
new app, yeah.
YouTube as well.
Much better.
Okay, I'll try that because, I was listening to the app and I'd listen every day and I don't know what happened to it. I lost it. Maybe I can get one of those NASA computer geniuses to get it back.
If not, let me know. I'll get my 7-year-old grandson to come over there and he can IT like nobody's business. Actually, she's not.
You know what? Your 7-year-old grandson will get me quicker than anybody.
I know that.
I'm sure of it.
When they take my phone and you give it back to me, a lot of times I have a hard time just getting back in. Like, yeah, pop, we changed your password.
Oh, I know. I wanted to take a picture of my granddaughter and I together, and I didn't know how to do it. She holds her hands out, said, "Give me the phone." She sets it up. So now I know how. Now I know how to do it.
Amazing, isn't it?
But anyway, yeah, it really is. It really is. I just wanted to touch base with you while I'm in town, let you know a lot of really cool stuff going on down there, and I'll get my app back, and I'll try to call more often.
Good deal, man.
Great
Look
hearing
forward
from
to
you,
it.
and thanks for the update, and thanks for the kind word about Alabama Home Mortgage.
Oh, you're certainly welcome. Y'all have a great day, Joey, Eddie.
You too.
Thank
You too.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, man.
272-9228.
That is something we should do. Bucket list, go watch it lift off.
That would be cool.
The only thing that would make it better if we did it from a boat.
From a boat?
I just,
Why don't you try and take me out on the water, Eddie Bader?
I'm not. I just think that's a beautiful, hard to repeat kind of thing for somebody like you and me.
You're probably right. You're probably right. He was just mentioning NASA. I could have brought this up on the phone with him, or there was a delay in our connection there, but more than 2 decades since the Concorde supersonic airliner last took to the skies, NASA has been flying an experimental aircraft designed to replace loud sonic booms with a quieter thump equivalent to a car door slamming shut 20 feet away. A successful NASA flight test program could influence the design of future supersonic airliners capable of flying overland routes without rattling buildings and people's nerves. The Lockheed Martin X-59 Quest, with 2 S's, an acronym for Quiet Supersonic Technology, first took flight late last year and recently began supersonic test flights. But unlike with many experimental X-plane aircraft that may never leave restricted airspace near Edwards Air Force Base in California, NASA plans to eventually take the X-59 on tour around the United States so residents of various cities and towns can provide feedback on the quieter sonic thumps it produces. Because that is pretty cool, like how fast those things go, and if you're not actually rattling somebody's windows with it.
Okay, the Concorde, when I was a kid, again, that was one of those amazing things. And I thought we were all heading that way. But, dude, they did away with the Concorde, and then traveling become crap again. But, the idea of the Concorde, you go, what was it, New York to L.A. for a couple hours or something like that? And it was such a cool-looking, futuristic plane.
This is a cool-looking, futuristic plane, the X-59. Very cool
Well, I would
indeed.
hope so.
Yeah.
But I think Greg, that'd be a good question for Greg, because I think he used to, I don't know if he flew on the Concorde, but he's got some familiarity with it. And I didn't know that was the issue, that was the sonic booms. I didn't know why the Concorde went away. I mean,
that was part of it, probably. But it has this long tapered nose.
Yeah.
Makes up about a third of the aircraft's 100-foot length.
I can relate.
Yeah, long and pointy.
So cool looking.
It is cool looking.
It looks like an F-16 with a Rapunzel kind of nose on it.
Yeah, and it's cool that and NASA's doing other stuff too. Like apparently they just went out on a $30 million telescope rescue mission.
How much did it cost?
It's the $30 million salvage operation.
How much was the telescope we could have let go?
But the whole point is not to save the telescope because it's aging. They're trying to save it from falling back to Earth. So it's a $30 million salvage operation. NASA hired startup Catalyst Space Technologies to boost the Swift Observatory to a higher orbit where it can continue hunting for some of the universe's biggest explosions. A 3-armed spacecraft built by Catalyst will chase after Swift once it takes off from an atoll in the Pacific Marshall Islands.
They get all the fun over there.
Aboard an airplane-launched Pegasus rocket. Liftoff could occur as early as today, Tuesday. Scanning the cosmos since its launch in 2004, Swift has been sinking faster and faster because of recent intense solar activity. It needs to get to a higher, more stable orbit as soon as possible to survive. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, also at risk, could be next. Wait, Hubble, we heard about it for years, and now it's falling back down to Earth.
I'm sorry, Joey. 30 mil.
Yeah.
So how are we going to keep it from happening in the future?
Let's send up more of these 3-armed things from rockets launched from
$30 pop.
airplanes.
How about let's get the thing right to begin with?
30 mil ain't bad. It's $30 million. It's not like somebody could, retire and build generational wealth with that.
Thank you.
Like set up a franchise. But
Thank you.
Sometimes it's cool to do cool stuff.
Yeah, this is true.
Anyway, we got to hit this break.
All right.
We'll be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So the vice president is continuing his media tour.
Oh, yeah?
And he went on the Michael Knowles show. But by the way, Daily Wire doesn't seem like they're doing very well.
The Michael what show?
Michael Knowles. He's on Daily Wire. See, this is my point. He's
Okay.
on with Shapiro.
I know who you're talking about,
Andrew
but I couldn't
Klavan.
pick him out in the crowd if I had to.
Right, but this is the problem. I never watch Shapiro. Never watch
You've
Andrew
been a big
Klavan.
Ben
I
Shapiro
do watch
fan.
Matt Fradd, but I was watching Matt Fradd before he joined the Daily Wire. I did like Jordan Peterson until he got sick, which is a real shame.
It is. It really is.
And, and I also saw a clip of the other day, Scott Adams, and I'm like, man, that's another guy who's missed. It was just a great voice out there in this wild, crazy world. But Michael Knowles, I like Michael Knowles. Maybe it's a Catholic thing. I mean, he can be a little too William F. Buckley for me, but you know what? Maybe I'm changing in my opinions about that. Who knows? But here's Michael Knowles talking with the Vice President, J.D. Vance.
Okay. One of the really interesting things about just the secular, hyper-progressive, hyper-liberal age that we live in is you realize how many of the rituals and institutions and practices of Catholicism show up in the modern world completely divorced from the God part and the grace part of it. Okay.
Amen.
So we're thankfully, thanks to Donald Trump, I would say, we're past the point where most people, at least that I see, hang out those hideous signs in their yard that say, "In this house, we believe," blah, 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 blah. You know, love is love.
Water
science
is people,
science,
whatever,
No
yeah.
person is illegal. Okay. So that sign is like such a disgusting butchering of the Nicene Creed. And when you realize, you're like, oh my God, that people still have this desire to profess, to do it very publicly, and even to do it in this kind of cadence that you see in the Nicene Creed. And of course, they do it in this very politically motivated way.
I've noticed the same thing too, especially in the last few months. I liked Vance's book, and it makes me like Vance even more. It wasn't the greatest book in the world. I wasn't walking away from reading it over the weekend like great work of literature or like poetic writing or anything. I mean, his Hillbilly Elegy is actually. He quotes from it at length at one part, and I'm like, now that was an inspired piece of writing. Like, really great book about his childhood, rough childhood. But I walked away going, okay. I said it yesterday. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, but him and Josh Hawley and everybody else is going to be like, I'm so Christian, vote for me. But I'm like, isn't that a better thing than like, I'm going to give you free stuff, vote for me, or Elon Musk sucks, vote for me, or isn't that better than grab him by the kitty cat? They let you do anything.
I would say yes, but
like, what are politicians are going to try to appeal to the electorate in whatever way reaches the electorate. And if what this young generation of millennial men, at least on the right, are trying to do is appeal to orthodoxy and faith, perhaps it's showing there's a change of the population, or perhaps they lose and the population's going in a completely different direction. But
I think they're going with the population. I think most politicians keep their finger in the air to see which way things are moving. And I don't know if it's the worst thing, but I don't think it's what I want.
But he's so right about the progressives have made it an art of taking things from Christianity and wearing it like a skin suit. You're like, look, I'm just like your dad.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're wearing my dad's face, you crazy Hannibal Lecter serial killer.
Yeah.
Cannibal.
It's the craziness that we call life now.
Yeah. But, right now, if I had to choose, it's pretty obvious if you listen, I would go with Vance over Mark.
Oh, I think so.
I like Ruby.
I think Ruby is a great statesman, though, so I'm not going to discount him.
No, I really do like the idea
of a good short man that's always angry.
Yeah, I like the idea too that they just like keep it going, like keep a certain continuity.
Well, one of the things that I don't know if it was, I think it was Vance that said unwritten rule, and it's just a little thing, but unwritten rule dress code being around Donald Trump. There's an unwritten dress code. No one had to tell me this,
right?
So that tells me that they all are on a little bit of the same level, and they all respect one another well enough to go, you know what, this is what he expects. I might not like, but this is what he expects, so I'm going to give him that.
Right. No, and I think it's actually made some of these folks better. Like where they're, I don't know. It seems like Trump learned a lot after that first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Instead, let's get some rock stars in here, a younger generation that can actually carry the torch forward. But it's very different than Trump. Listening to Vance a lot over the last week or two, he's very different than Trump. Like he carries the water for Trump quite well, but it's just it's a different level of, let's say, verbal IQ. Though you don't want to underestimate Trump's verbal IQ for just how brilliant he is at persuasion and zingers and stuff like that. But Trump's not the guy who can give you an eloquent philosophical breakdown on anything.
But
like Vance can do that, and Vance can do the zingers. Maybe not as good as Trump, but
he can put it down where in the weeds where somebody like me can pick it up.
Yeah.
Very seldom have I ever felt like Trump, or even Vance for that matter, and Rubio for that matter, has really spoken over me or tried to speak over me. They go the other way around where they want to make sure it's crystal clear the message that they seem to be putting out.
Well, and when they do that, they do it in a book.
They know I'm not a reader anymore.
Right.
Hey, would you read the audio book to me? And never mind.
Read the audio book?
I thought if you did it, I could just listen to it. Never mind.
No, I'm not going to read you anything. Actually, I do have some stuff to read you when we come back. We're gonna stay away from, unless something breaks on 1819.
Okay.
Stay away from the politics. We're going to do one of our favorite new traditions. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The Supreme Court has voted 5-4 to uphold birthright citizenship. It's a major setback for President Trump, who on the first day of his second term signed an executive order to end birthright citizenship. He was actually at the Supreme Court for the oral arguments in the case, an historic first for a sitting president. The ruling means that, as it has been for many years, babies born on American soil are automatically American citizens. The Supreme Court today did uphold state laws laws barring transgender girls and women from playing on school athletic teams, another setback for the LGBT agenda. The Supreme Court upholding such laws in Idaho and West Virginia that said those who are biological males may not participate in girls' sports teams, either in public schools or universities. Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote the opinion for the 6-3 majority in that ruling. More of these stories at srnews.com.
There's a moment nobody talks about with weight loss. It's the moment it stops working. The diet that worked before doesn't. Eating less stops moving the scale. That's not random. When your body's under stress, it slows your metabolism. That's why quick fixes eventually fail. At PhD Weight Loss, they focus on restoring your metabolism. And right now, when you call and mention Mike G, you'll get 2 free weeks and they'll pay for the cost of your food. Call 864-644-1900. That's 864-644-1900 or visit myphdweightloss.com.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Mr. Electric of Montgomery. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. Visit MrElectric.com.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. On this last day of June, take it easy out there. Heat advisory remains in effect. Very hot, high 96. Heat index 105 to 110. Spotty, scattered, strong storms. Not every town will get one, but there's a marginal severe weather risk for damaging wind gusts. Big heat can produce big storms. Tonight, slow down to about 77. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 4th of July, Saturday, mostly sunny, middle 90s each day with triple-digit heat indices. And rain chances, not zero, but I would say 20% or less most days. Will be in the 70s at night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
A justice on the Alabama Supreme Court has now been nominated by President Trump to be the judge for the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of Alabama. Greg Cook was elected to the state Supreme Court back in 2022. Before that, he was in private practice and also served in the U.S. Air Force. Senator Katie Britt is congratulating Cook on receiving this nomination from the president, calling Cook a highly qualified and well-respected Alabamian. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A Jefferson County Circuit Court judge has dismissed a lawsuit that was filed against the city leadership of Bessemer regarding transparency of information on the rezoning process that has allowed for a large data center to buy land and begin construction there. The lawsuit has been in the works for over a year and was filed by residents of the Rock Mountain Lake Road area where the $4.5 billion data center is supposed to be placed. The reasoning behind the judge's ruling has not yet been released. An Alabama man is facing charges for using a drone to try and drop prison contraband inside the prison fence at Holman Correctional Facility. A K-9 unit alerted officers of the activity. Edward Knight was then arrested. He's a former inmate at that same prison. The drone with the package attached was also seized. And an arrest was made in Abbeville in connection to a fatal hit and run. 31-year-old Levi Smith was arrested for the hit and run that occurred last weekend, leaving 46-year-old Brandy Duncan dead on Ozark Road. Surveillance video was used to identify Smith's vehicle at the scene. I'm Andrea Dice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. 5 reasons to get a home inspection before you close on a home. Homeowners buying their first home or their 10th home still need a home inspection performed. First, you will find out firsthand the true condition of the home. the age and state of the heating and air, the roof, electrical, and plumbing as of the date of inspection. Second, it may give you the ability to renegotiate repairs that the seller will end up paying for before closing. Third, if the results show that the repairs would be too costly, then you can opt out of the contract without losing your earnest money. Fourth, the age and state of the systems will indicate what shape the rest of the house might be in and give you the option to opt out of the transaction or renegotiate terms. Fifth, knowing what needs to be done to the house will allow you the opportunity to update the home properly to your taste. For a list of the best home inspectors in the area, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group at 334-221-2883 or 551-0225. The Goodson Group.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228. Apparently, trans activists are furious over the ruling that states like Alabama can ban biological males from playing in women's sports if they, transition or something like that, whatever that means. So I just saw that headline over there on Fox that trans activists are furious.
Furious?
Yeah.
Do they have a lisp or do they have the suit on? What?
Oh, there's probably meant furious.
Oh. I don't know. I kind of like the other one better.
Furious. I'm furious about this. Is
that kind of like sirs?
Yeah. Furious. And what if somebody's actually mad and that's the way they say it?
Ooh, they're going to get so mad because I'll be laughing at them.
Yeah. Dear Abby, I don't care for my son's girlfriend, Trish, and he knows it.
In there.
That's a way to start a letter. I don't care for my son's girlfriend, Trish.
Cutting to the chase, man.
He knows it. He seems to date needy women.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You getting a foot massage over there or something? Oh, yeah.
Just relatable.
It may boost his ego, but it doesn't reflect well on the young lady. Our initial encounter with Trish wasn't a good one. We found her to be rude and disrespectful. Doesn't that mean the same thing?
Can be both.
He claims she was, quote unquote, nervous.
Sure.
It's common courtesy to acknowledge those in a room when you enter, if they're the only ones in the room.
Yes, but not for some generational folks.
Wait, so if I'm like hanging out with a new girlfriend and I go to, which is very foreign to me, but if I go and meet the parents and like my girlfriend's not around but they're her parents and I go into the room and I just sit there and don't say a thing.
Yep.
It's kind of weird.
It is, but that's how a lot of our kids nowadays are interaction. They just freeze up. Heck, man, ask them what they want at a restaurant. They just freeze up.
Really?
Yeah. And I always say it, when I was 15, or let's say 12 to 15 years old, we were rebels, doing things we shouldn't have been doing.
Oh,
but nowadays, that same age group of kids, they won't even order from a menu. Right. They just freeze up.
Right. Well, I'll only sex an alligator if I get some hand sanitizer first.
See, that's another problem.
Yeah. I don't know if my son plans to marry Trish, but this isn't the relationship I assumed I'd have with my son's wife. It doesn't even. Okay. I'm going to keep reading this, but the person writing this, the mother writing this, I'm also like, you got issues too, lady.
That's why she's writing Dear Abby.
I don't want to just tolerate my daughter-in-law. I want to love her. Well, isn't love more of a selfless act, ma'am?
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trish has made no effort to know my son's family, not even his brother. She doesn't view us as factors in his life at all. How did I get him to launch his net into the deep end and find a good wife? Anxious mom in Virginia.
No. Leave it alone.
I mean, how would you answer?
You can't. If you do anything, you're going to make things worse. You know as well as I do, the more a parent or leader, guardian says, hey, don't do something, you naturally rebel to do that. Kill her with kindness. That's what I say.
Or it's like, hey, mom, get over it. Why don't you make the effort?
We had a similar situation and killed him with kindness. It worked.
Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness.
Well, here's what Abby, whoever writes these things, said. I don't know whether your son intends to marry this young woman either, and you could be worried for no reason. But one thing I do know is how important it is for you to extend yourself and try to make a friend out of Trish rather than an enemy.
Yep.
Yeah, because it kind of sounds like she was off the gun.
Chip
Like,
on
I
her
don't like
shoulder.
this stupid, needy.
Mm-hmm.
Without being nosy, get to know her background. Does she have a healthy relationship with her own mother? Does she know any of the rules of etiquette? She may never have been taught. If you reach out and make the attempt, you may wind up having a daughter-in-law you can love rather than one you have to tolerate. I wish you luck. Okay. So essentially what I was telling this broad. Like,
so you're going to go say, hey, have you never learned etiquette? Will you allow me to teach you the proper etiquette, you hillbilly? That's supposed to fix things?
Born in a barn, son.
Thank you. No.
Shut the door already.
You don't do any of that. Don't do any of that.
No, I literally had that said to me many a time when I was a kid because I was a kid who wouldn't shut the door.
Oh.
You born in a barn, son?
I think they said to me a lot, too. We just kept going and ignored it. And they eventually shut the door themselves.
Right. It's like, kind of.
Yeah.
I was.
Back porch.
Wasn't laid in a manger or anything, but I was born in a barn. That's your fault, Mom. Dear Abby, a year and a half ago, I met someone online who I'll call Drew. We immediately hit it off and have talked every day since then, often multiple times a day, with near constant texting. Is that really talking?
Not.
Drew quickly became my best friend.
Oh, boy.
After a while, I realized I don't just love him, I am in love with him deeply.
That's going to cause some issues.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's always, even when it's like leads to marriage and kids and a whole life together and stuff, you're always a mess when you fall deeply in love with somebody.
It doesn't matter, honestly, if you're in junior high school or you're 50 years old or 100 years old.
Yeah.
You turn to mush.
And a bit of an idiot, too.
Oh, no doubt. Is it just the men, though? Because I don't know if the females do this.
No, the women go crazy.
Okay.
It's in a good, endearing way, but they get...
More than they already are, Joey.
Yeah, well, it's sort of the in love kind of head over heels. To quote a Tears for Fears song. Sorry, didn't mean to quote an 80s hit.
No, that's good stuff.
And but then there's like I'm tired of looking at you.
Yeah.
So it's different phases of the neurosis.
Okay.
But she goes on, this woman does,
right.
says, we've met in person a few times. And, We've met in person a few times?
Okay.
And that has only served to confirm my feelings.
Oh, boy.
I feel safe. Very important for women. I feel safe, happy, and cared for in his company. But this only after a few times?
Yeah. Well, she's already had that pre-love feeling via the texting. So.
And there's nothing in the world I wouldn't do for him if he asked. Oh, my.
I would do anything for love, Joey. But I won't do that.
Again, I think that's a 90s song, though.
Mm-hmm.
Meatloaf made a comeback, baby, after 2 decades.
Yeah, he did.
And then he had that sub role in Fight Club.
He had those boobs.
Yeah. Yet he asked nothing of me. Oh, man, this guy knows what he's doing. I would do anything for love, even that, and yet he asks nothing of me.
Okay.
Drew has a partner. What? And I assume the feelings I have for him are not mutual. Although I know he considers me a very good friend. I wish I knew how to proceed. Oh, no, Eddie. Telling him how I...
family? She's trying to break up a fam?
No. Telling him how I feel is not an option, nor is ending the friendship I rely on. Is it possible to continue as we are? How am I supposed to deal with these feelings? His non-boyfriend in Canada. This is a gay thing. It's a gay thing. That's foreign territory.
Yeah. I mean, the best advice I can give her is go find somebody that's not gay.
No, it's a dude.
All three of them are dudes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I hope they don't attack you like a crocodile.
I suggest they have cabin together. I don't know.
No, I don't care if it's two dudes or whatever. I do care. It's like, no, just be friends, man. Don't try to introduce sex. That's really going to solve your problems, especially if there's other complications. But
run.
Take a shower after that one. That's what I get for reading Dear Abby on the New York Post.
Where'd you get that one from?
Huh?
Where'd you get that one from?
It was just the second one. I just read the first one, and I didn't read the second one. I thought we'd do it live, and now we're talking about like some secret gay admirer.
You got them, right?
Do? Well, they keep it to themselves.
Just letting you know.
It's fair. I'm happy to love anybody, but not like that. Okay. Everybody's got to bring all the weird sex stuff into it, man.
Talking about sex, I said you got some gay guys that love you. That's not sexual. It's just some people that love you.
No, in the context of the conversation, it sounded like, for instance, his non-boyfriend really wants to do more than just text with Drew. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
This is Crawdad. I love animals.
Yeah?
Me too, Crawdad.
I was watching on my Roku a really fantastic show. It's called Wild Japan. They always cover different animals in different places around the world.
Okay.
And I forgot the name of which island it is in the Japanese chain of islands. But there's the monkeys that live in the mountains, and also a small little animal that runs around. I think it looks like a goat, except it's not a goat. It's a really rare little deer, small deer. They only exist on that island. The monkeys and the deer have made an arrangement.
Okay.
I will hang out with you. You will throw things down when you're feeding up in the tree. I will help you clean up down here on the ground, and then you can ride on my back, and we can ride around, and you can pick the ticks off of me, and I'll give you a ride.
Sure.
Now, that is, to me, in the Greek words, this is fraternus. It's not eros, and it's not the love of the Lord, which is agape.
Sure.
But that is definitely fraternus when you have two totally different species of mammals cooperatively working with each other. These people in Canada, they need to go back and watch Looney Tunes, because that's where they're at. It's Looney Tunes, man. Blick, blick, blick. That's all, folks.
Well done.
I like animals too.
You do?
Yeah.
I like animals.
Yeah. Always been a big animal lover.
I know you do. So you call yourself an animal lover?
I'm an animal lover.
Yeah, I know you are. 272-9228 if you want to get on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228. Man, the top story still at 1819 News is Wesley Britt getting that new gig.
I kind of think what you and I talked about before would be a better gig for Wesley. Captain of the water park.
You want him to be like captain of fun?
Yeah, at the water park.
Like he doesn't have any real business responsibilities or administrative responsibilities.
Yeah, he can give direction. Say
as long as it has to do with the fun.
Yeah. Like say, something is down at the park or something. He can get it taken care of. But I think his biggest thing, remember that Back in the day, years ago in the 90s, you're young then, that old guy that represented Six Flags, remember the old guy? He would dance, he would go crazy.
The old guy that would dance and represent
he looked
Six
like he was
Flags.
old, but obviously he was a very younger person, but it made it look like an old person. He was
Like Johnny Knoxville?
No, way old, like in the 70s.
Oh.
Like he was an old guy.
Yeah.
But he made Six Flags kind of seem like fun again.
Okay.
I think Wesley could do that.
You want to see Wesley Burt dance?
We could dance if that's what he wants to do, but I thought he could go down the ride together. Just fun. That'd be part of the commercial.
Sounds like you just want to be buddies with him and hang out at the
Well, not
water
just
park.
me, but I thought him and his lovely wife and his family, they could show it's family fun.
Yeah.
Plus, he is a big name in Alabama. He can
He
help
is a
with the
big name in
draw.
Alabama.
He could help with the draw, man. A
It
lot of
sounds
people would
like
say
he's
that-
got a whole venture here at 68 Ventures.
They could do
Executive
without
VP.
him. Though. They could do without him. I'll be very honest. They
no.
probably could.
I was reading this yesterday, Mr. Cox.
Yeah.
That they've known each other since college, and it's old buddies getting together in a business thing and having fun, developing stuff.
I get that, but he would be better served.
Yeah, with
the water park.
Yeah,
the water park is. Let's be honest. We all know there's a little bit of struggle there, man. If we could just find something to get us over the hump, and he could be it. He could be it.
Know what we're gonna find though?
What?
Once we get over that hump?
What's that?
Another hump.
Yeah, you're right.
I just
But
have
with somebody
sense.
like Wesley there, big guy like that, he could help us right over that next hump. You're telling me that an advertisement of Wesley coming down that slide, I mean the whitewater rapids, in a boat by himself, very manly like, that wouldn't get some people's attention? We ought to go check that out.
It probably gets some people's attention.
Yeah, I think it would.
272-9228. I still think we're dealing with the fumes of the Dear Abby segment. There's still that vibe going on here, especially after you just said all that. 272-9228.
He's on the. Don't we have a rope swing there or something now, or you have a rock wall? Say he's on that.
A zip line, I believe.
Okay, say Wesley's on the zip line. Wow, that's a great commercial right there. That's a great draw. He's going down the zip line. He could be telling everybody about the park while he's going down the zip line. And then we say, okay, look, that zip line can hold that big old guy. He can hold anybody.
I brought this up yesterday. I think it's a generally good idea.
I do too. Well, since you're going to be seeing him later on, I thought you'd drop that.
I don't know about that.
If you could just drop that one for me, I'd appreciate it.
I don't know about that.
It's, just say, start off with, hey, Eddie says hello. Just start with it.
Just to clean up the depravity.
Yeah.
Can we read a story here that's wholesome?
You got something this time for real?
Hopefully.
All right.
It's also from the New York Post, so you never know.
Oh, boy.
But it's about a hospital in Dayton, Ohio.
Who been to Dayton?
Miami Valley Hospital in Dayton, Ohio has just set a record as 17 nurses in the labor and delivery unit, nonetheless. They all work in the labor and delivery unit as nurses. 17 of them are expecting. They're all preggers. The nurses made headlines as their unit's previous pregnancy record was at 11 time back in 2019. I kept finding out more and more were pregnant with me. Riley Batten, one of the lucky pregnant nurses, told Fox 8. I've never seen this many together at one time, said Amberly. Amberly.
Okay.
Sainer.
Okay.
She's the nurse manager. Each of the ladies are expecting between June and December. For a few, it's their first bundle of joy, while others, it will be a nice addition. The first trimester was really hard, especially just with morning sickness that lasts all day and stuff like that, says Kelby Strap-Meese, another expectant nurse. But I think now that I'm in my second trimester, things are a lot better. It's definitely still exhausting. Maddie, another nurse who is pregnant, told ABC News that she is 26 weeks and expecting her second child. Meanwhile, Riley, kind of spelled like Raleigh, but with a R-I, Riley, who is also expecting her second child, is about 31 weeks along. Both have also been working at Miami Valley for 5 years together. Maddie and I are actually best friends, so I'm planning on having Maddie deliver my baby. While the number of nurses set to go on maternity leave seems high, the nurse manager, Sainer, said the impact, Amberly, her first name.
Okay.
Nurse manager Amberly said the impact won't be too difficult to manage. The hospital has nearly 200 nurses and support nurses. Well, they're fully staffed. That's good.
Did they
No, it's kind of cool, especially when you see this photo that's on here. It's like,
Do they
man,
go
that's a
into
lot
the-
of pregnant nurses.
To go into the details, or are we talking about unwed mothers here? What are we talking about here?
I could zoom in and look for rings if
Oh,
you like
boy.
me.
Nobody wears a ring anymore.
What? Nobody
Yeah.
wears a ring anymore. What
I'm
are you
telling
talking
nobody
about?
wears a ring anymore.
Well, especially not, well, maybe at work you don't want to wear the ring, right?
We're at the bar.
I'm honestly having trouble seeing rings as I zoom.
That's what. Okay. So my next question is: are they getting ready to fire any doctor?
But isn't that a sweet photo? It's very wholesome. That's a lot of
Okay,
women.
we'll go with that. Wholesome.
What do you mean? No, don't you twist this into something weird.
Not. I am not. That's just a strong-looking group of women right there. Strong group of women.
To ruin this wholesomeness?
Yeah.
I realize sometimes it's the little things in life.
Okay.
You know, and I've been on this big return to my faith
Oh, yeah.
journey, and I will continue to, it's affecting me. But again, there's also like the little things in life.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
I'm
Joe.
like, I don't think this is that bad. Where I'm leaving Chappie's. We go to Chappie's every Saturday morning, my grandfather.
Okay.
And we're waiting to turn left out of that Chappie's parking lot onto Carmichael Road to then hit Perry Hill.
Okay.
And, you're waiting, you're looking both ways because you
Right.
got to cross multiple lanes. And then all of a sudden I see this big old hog, a bike,
Oh, okay.
with a man driving it. And it's got one of those kind of high seats that's on the back.
Yeah. That's for his. Yeah.
And there's a big old woman on that.
Yeah, there
thing.
is, Joey.
And drove by. I'm like, oh, fat chick on a bike. My grandfather goes, yeah. It's the little things, folks. Made my day. My Saturday was perfect. That could have been the end.
If
Like,
you
that
throw
was
a-
a good moment, right?
If you throw a skinny chick back there, she might blow away.
No, but I'm saying, especially with that big tall seat that's skinny, and then you just see butt on either side of it as they go back. Anyway, let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Hey, David. How
How
are you?
doing, David?
Good. Hey, you were talking earlier about NASA developing a Concorde type aircraft.
Yeah.
There's actually a private company called Boom Supersonic out of Denver. They've been working on basically it's a regional size supersonic jet called the Overture that I think they're possibly by next year going to do a test flight with it, and it uses sustainable fuel. So it'll seat anywhere between 65 and 80 passengers and flies at 1.7 Mach.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. Get somewhere quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's the thing is that, it wasn't just the sonic booms, but just the sheer cost of maintaining the fleet was the big problem with those aircraft.
Wasn't there a wreck or something right at the end? A Concorde blew a tire and.
Yeah, in France.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of remember that.
Yeah, at Paris. Yeah, another jet lost a piece of some wingtip, and it landed on the runway, and it hit that strip of metal and punctured the tire, and it actually sent the tire fragments up into the wing, into the fuel tank.
Oh,
wow.
And ruptured it. So, but and that's the thing is just trying to probably, and I think this company is in the right direction, scale down the size of the aircraft to
Probably a
reduce
good
the
idea.
amount of maintenance of it and stuff. So, so we'll see what happens if they make their projections and maybe have it flying next year.
It's pretty cool if you figure it out.
Yeah.
But, at a high rate of speed, there's less room for error in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, but now, are you guys going to feel comfortable? Because it's going to happen soon when we have a pilotless aircraft. When you're getting on the plane and, there's a cockpit door, but you
thank
just know
you.
there's nothing but computers behind it.
Think it's just a pit in there.
Yeah.
It's amazing because that is actually autopilot is actually built in now to a lot of private aircraft.
Yep.
I read a story a couple of weeks ago of a prop-driven private aircraft, and the pilot passed out, and the person that was with the pilot didn't know how to fly, and basically the nearest control tower, talked them into how to set the autopilot on it, and it basically just brought the plane into the airport, landed itself,
That's
even
amazing.
taxied up and shut the engine off.
Man,
It's amazing.
So,
I would not be that
Yeah.
lucky. You can tell I wasn't on that
Well,
movie.
you're not going to be able to make the movie Airplane.
no.
Well, you still have the
Joey?
inflatable pilot.
So anyway, okay, guys, take care.
Thank you, David.
This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and they're at Pest Pro. Ashley and that great team are ready to help you with any and all of your pest control needs.
You know where they're at today, Joey?
Where are they at?
They are up spraying skeeters at Eddie's house today.
Yeah, and they're good at that.
Yes, they are. We're getting ready for the 4th, and we don't want no skeeters happening. And instead of me calling them, they sent me a message this morning and said, hey, let you know it's your time for your spray. Convenient.
So I'm not going to get all eaten up when I visit
That's
you
the
Friday?
plan.
All right.
That's the plan.
All right.
But, you might bring your own kind of skeeters. I'll worry about that.
I'm
From
not
Montgomery.
worried about that.
Yeah. Also, let's say you got some wasp.
Oh, Lord.
Right now, I got none, thank God. But let's say you do, and you don't want to have to deal with it yourself. There's some great people to call. They'll come right out and take care
Because
of it.
sometimes they go after you for no good reason.
Those subterranean wasps, I found,
Oh,
are some of
those
the
in
worst.
particular,
They're,
yeah.
they're very,
Just
very
mean.
aggressive.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is mean.
Yeah.
So
And pouring gas down the hole and lighting it on fire,
No,
I've
that's
learned
just-
it's not the best way to do that anymore.
it seems fun until
Right.
you get stung.
Yes, or burnt.
Both.
Yeah.
Probably. But they're at Pest Pro. They can help you with all that. Wasps, mosquitoes, or if you're just looking for a great local company who can do basic pest control for you.
Yes.
Go with Pest Pro Services. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellows on the radio, sent you. When you want to know, call a pro.
That's right.
That's Pest Pro Services. But yeah, no, I really, sometimes I overthink.
Yeah. Happens to the
obviously.
best of us.
And yeah, it was just a little moment like that with the grandfather in the car where it's a big woman on a bike. It was just a good moment.
Yeah. Those are good. And honestly, Joe, you know as well as I do, you're going to look back on one day on that, giggle, then cry, and then giggle some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now, I don't know if that'll make the eulogy, but
I tell you what, if you're ever eulogizing me,
You
feel
want
free
me to throw
yeah,
stuff
throw
like
something
that
like
in
that in there, yeah. But I told
you want
Bubba
me-
Lambert a long time ago, great guy.
oh yeah,
If anything ever happens to me, it's the guy that I'd like to do my eulogy. I
Bubba's
I trust him, and I know he won't say nothing bad about me.
I wouldn't say anything bad.
Yeah, I trust him, and I know he won't say anything bad about me. Plus, he's an OG from the Gardens, too. He knows how to run a good funeral.
Right. See, I only know late Bader.
Yeah.
I don't know Randy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry to say it.
Yeah.
But, different phases of life.
It is very much so different phase of life.
Mm-hmm. So you want to hit a break here?
Yeah, let's break.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And this is one decision where local makes all the difference. Don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, or 1-800-lenders who don't even know your name, much less your neighborhood. Those lenders are often sitting in some faraway state, reading from a script, and chasing volume, not relationships. A local lender understands the market you live in, or should I say that we live in. At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can look at us in the eye and trust us with one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Local lenders don't disappear after closing day. Our reputation is built right here, one family at a time. So before you pick up the phone and call a stranger, remember us, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon at Alabama Home Mortgage. You deserve guidance from someone who knows the community because they're a part of it. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 special. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of health care you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of the good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Victoryland Casinos, crowning 25K free play giveaway. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too.
Rich Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. The chances of you encountering one of those evening showers or storms is relatively small, but not zero. They'll fade out. Overnight low temperature down to about 77. The forecast is very similar for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with highs around 96 each day. Triple-digit heat indices, sure. And the rain chances, not zero, but we'll say 20% or less each day right on through Friday. A little better on the 4th of July. Slow down, take it easy, stay hydrated. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader in the studio with me.
What's up, Joey?
And you like cats?
I love cats. You know that.
Yeah. They're pretty awesome.
I love cats, man. You know, I don't have no snakes because I got 3 cats.
And they're funny. They genuinely win the internet.
Yes, because they don't care.
Right.
And they're very apt to let you know, oh, by the way, I don't care.
Right. Well, but then some are like more loving, some are more standoffish.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
And all of them are hilarious in their mannerisms.
Mhm.
But one of the world's most effective parasites doesn't spread through mosquito bites or undercooked snails, but through the common house cat.
I've heard of a couple things like this, yeah.
Called Toxoplasma gondii.
Gondii disease.
The parasite is a single-cell organism that primarily spreads to humans via cat turds, but also through raw or undercooked meat, contaminated water, and from a mother to her fetus. Its symptoms range from mild aches and pains to debilitating neural impairment, which makes it all the more horrifying to learn that it currently has no cure.
I remember that as a kid. We were always told that women shouldn't be changing litter box and stuff like that while they're pregnant.
According to a paper published in the journal PLOS Neglected Tropical Diseases. That's a journal? Wow.
Okay.
The infection of this protozoan parasite, known as toxoplasmosis, is one of the most common parasitic infectious diseases affecting humans, and the number one intraocular infection, whatever that means, meaning inside the eyeball. Oh, okay. Intraocular infection, meaning inside the eyeball on the planet. In the research paper, a team of international scientists makes the case that toxoplasmosis meets the criteria for recognition as a neglected tropical disease. Well, it is the name of the journal.
Yeah.
That designation would free up significant resources for further studies and the development of public health policy to address the substantial burden the parasite has on human health. Wait, we've got to show it as a neglected tropical disease before we can start just taking on the toxo? But apparently it is substantial, the effect on human health. This burden, some researchers estimate that roughly 1/3 of humanity, roughly 2 billion people, is infected with the parasite, including about 60 million people in the United States alone.
What's this parasite doing?
Though a healthy immune system can keep the worst impacts of the eyeball dwellers in check, worst-case scenarios can include significant damage to the eyes, brain, and nervous system.
Can I get a check for that?
As Gizmodo notes, some research has suggested that long-term toxoplasmosis leads to personality changes in infected rodents, wolves, and humans.
Dude, can I get a check for this?
What do you mean?
I think I could sell this. I think I could go to whoever writes the crazy checks and go, I have this, what'd you call it?
Toxoplasmosis.
Yes.
I have a lot of cats.
I have cats, personality changes.
One that keeps sticking his butt in my face, so
all
I'll
the time.
definitely have it.
Don't understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if there's a crazy check to be made.
But apparently personality changes in humans, it could even raise the risk of schizophrenia. So the whole trope of crazy cat ladies.
This is where it comes from. Huh?
I guess so. You brought up the old thing, like pregnant women shouldn't change the litter box.
That's what I was always told, and that was why.
You know, maybe those folks just through common sense, not having to do all these stupid studies.
Yeah.
Like knew some things.
So what you're saying is, don't play in animal poop and you probably won't get sick.
Yes.
I think that's a very brave and strong statement you're making there, and I think people should really go by that.
Right. You don't even need to, like, don't play in it, certainly. Don't play in it. But also don't be, willy-nilly about it when you're cleaning it up. Like, consider what it is, and
I just can't.
Just be careful.
I can't.
One 2020 survey of the parasite's impact on cognition notes that the presence of the parasite in the host can upend the brain's ability to process dopamine, which may alter cognitive, behavioral, and motor activities. Well, yeah, if your brain can't process dopamine, I'm sure that would cause some of those issues.
Yeah.
Justine Smith, ophthalmologist at Flinders University. Not Finders.
Not Flanders?
Not Flanders. Flinders. Flinders. Is it Flinders? And one of the study's co-authors told Gizmodo that, quote, there is no commercially available vaccine against toxoplasmosis, and the drugs we give patients can limit a flare-up of the disease, but there is no drug that cures it at this point. It'll probably just be ivermectin again.
Sounds like herpes. It does.
Yeah, there's no cure.
Treat the outbreak, but that's,
Right.
there's no cure.
Firmly establishing toxoplasmosis as a neglected tropical disease is key to combating the disease, the study's authors say, especially across the global south. Given that poor populations are already more susceptible to parasitic infection, toxoplasmosis represents a disproportionate burden, quote unquote, to those living in poverty. Because it can be passed from a pregnant mother to her child, the researchers describe a horrifying scenario where the poorest families in the world become trapped in a parasitic loop. Infants who survive congenital infection face lifelong health consequences such as visual and neurological impairments, which undermine school performance, employment opportunities, and economic participation. The paper reads, these negative outcomes contribute to the poverty trap that exists for other neglected tropical diseases. Families already facing socioeconomic vulnerability absorb the long-term cost of disability, repeated medical visits, and lost income. Like, it's not a bad cause. Like, it'd be good to figure out a solution to this, but the way they talk about it just makes me go, really? This is the way y'all are talking about it?
Playing in the poop. Just quit playing in the poop.
Yeah.
Don't have indoor cats no more. Not the end of the world.
Wash your hands. On your face.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
Especially since COVID. Haven't we all learned to wash our hands more?
Get a hell of a lot. Go to line one. You're on the air. Who's this?
Soldier Boy.
Hey, Soldier
man, what's
Boy.
up?
Hey, let me ask you a question. I see the former council person from District 3 is suing the city.
Oh, really?
Nice.
But here's my question: is can we sue her?
That's what
for
I'm
the
thinking.
cost of for an extra election? That's going to cost the city taxpayers. some
Yeah,
money.
maybe you get a little countersuit going on with her suit.
There you go. And also sue her for a frivolous lawsuit and for the cost of the special election. I mean, if you want to go, let's go sue.
And instead of spending all this money on a suit, why not just move and run in District 3 again?
And from what I understand, people in District 3 really loved her. She did good work. But you moved. I mean, that's the number one rule of this job.
Right, you have to be in the district.
I don't get it.
Well,
I really don't get it.
You know better than that. Come on. That if you get a VA loan, you have to reside in the house. You just can't have your friends. You can't rent it out.
Right.
And you say, well, I'm not renting it out. Here's how you try to technically go around. My mom and dad, my mom moved in. My sister lived in it. They don't pay no rent, but it's my house. You still don't reside there.
Not your place of residence. Yep.
Well, the electricity's in my name, and this, and you still don't reside there. And the VA, Eddie, VA don't play no game on that.
Nope, they don't.
Now, but you could sell the place and just get a different place.
That's my point.
You just can't get.
But you moved out of the district. That's the
can't-
other part. You moved.
There
You
is that.
knew you had to at least stay in the district, but you chose to move out.
I wonder how many of those. Council individuals up there knew about this and didn't say anything until 1819 News brought it to the attention.
I would say
It
every one
happens
of
a lot.
them. Every one of them.
I think you're giving too much credit.
No, I think Eddie's right on
It'd
target.
be one thing if it had
I
been a
don't
few
know,
weeks,
man.
but it's been over a year.
Years.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things you would just assume is true. Like, seriously, I talked to Szymanski about it. He said they've never had to do this. That's why they're like this has never happened in Montgomery's history.
Okay, let me ask you this: how are they going to prevent it from happening again?
Well, I asked him, do you live in your district?
Well, he does. Yeah, I know he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
No, it's kind of just such a basic rule that you're like, really?
But with Soldier Boy saying now that she's going to sue, that just that's the world we live in, which I know is a bunch of crap. But look at the money it's going to be wasted.
Lawyers, man.
Don't get me started on lawyers.
We're gonna thank God the city has lawyers on retainer, but that's not the point. First, it's gonna cost us money somehow, the taxpayers' money
gotta
for it.
defend
Okay.
Man, even if
And
you're a
don't we
city, you
have to-
can't divorce a woman these days without it being something
Need a
legal.
prenup.
Well, that's true. I don't know. But also too, do you also understand too how much extra is going to cost to have a special election?
It's a couple $1 million
Yeah,
guaranteed.
a few mil.
Guaranteed.
See, and so why? I mean, if I was an attorney, I'd say, yeah, I got a reverse lawsuit,
Right.
against the individual for we had to pay for this and we had to pay for this,
Well,
and I
how
want
did
my
she
court costs paid for it.
How'd she become the victim when she was in the wrong?
That's the way Democrats do it.
Just-
You know that.
it just-
Come on.
Doesn't work well.
How many
with me.
times? How many Democrats do you know publicly? Okay, that continue to every time they get caught. It's like the guy with the Nazi tattoo. I didn't know it was a Nazi tattoo. Oh yeah, okay. How many years was he at? Did he have it on his chest there? Come on.
That is true.
Okay. He said he got it when he was a Marine or something. Is that what he said?
He said, yeah.
When he was a cook? Okay, so you got that put on you. Did the tattoo artist say, "Hey, let me suggest this tattoo"?
Right.
Oh, hey, what's it a tattoo of? I mean, who goes and gets a tattoo, not knowing what the tattoo is?
Right.
Unless it's Chinese
And
writing.
it's not a
within the
stretch.
body.
It's not like he got a Werner von Braun tattoo. It's
Right.
more like he got a skull that represents a death squad.
Exactly.
Well, you know what it was. What it was. It was an SS. It was an SS. It wasn't just the Nazis. And you know what's so funny about it is, if you watch the movie with Tom Cruise, Operation Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember when the colonel from the reserve comes in there and is ready to arrest the Himmler, the SS guy, and he goes in there and he says, "Are you a loyal member of the Democratic Socialist Party?" He says, "Yes, sir." He says, "Well, you might want to take this phone." And it was Hitler on the phone. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did he call him? Democratic Socialist Party?
Right.
Now, that's ironic. They calling Trump a Nazi when they're the Nazis. They're famous for that.
Oh, of course they are. Yeah, projection works. Well, if you accuse them of it first, then if they
Right,
accuse
right.
you back, they're the ones copying.
Exactly
I
right.
got to run, Soldier Boy. I appreciate the
All right.
call, dude.
See you, Soldier Boy. I called you that
Marsha
first, so it's you.
Johnson, so in the city. Like, did you live in the district or not?
Right. And I don't know anything about the case. I just
Yeah, we're really going in the right direction as a city.
Well, not only that, to me, I'm like, okay, what kind of scruples this person got? You got busted, and now you're going to sue the city. People said you've done a good job in that district. Don't taint what you've already done.
Oh, it's
'cause
tainted.
it's a personal
It's
vendetta
already
now.
tainted.
It's
kind of like that asterisk next to Barry Bonds'
Yeah.
home run record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messed up, man.
One case, hat size grow. Other case, you just moved a few
No.
blocks too far away.
If you look at Barry Bonds' head, you see that thing blew up.
But
in
that was a
about
great
2
year.
years.
I
agree
loved it.
too.
He was
Loved baseball
throwing
that year.
those in the drink at Candlestick. That was awesome.
Loved baseball that year.
And I liked the Sosa McGuire year too. I was just a Ute.
Me too.
That was awesome.
Loved it.
Oh, you took something to enhance the performance. Yeah, we need more people doing that. Made the game fun.
The game was better, was it not?
Anyway, we got to hit a break. First, this part of the program, again, brought to you by Dillon Rings. They are closed this week.
That's right.
To celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, they are a great jewelry shop. So keep them in mind when they open back up next week. Keep them in mind for that great selection they have, for the repair work they can do, for the custom design work they can do, for the spa treatments. Maybe there's jewelry that you wear all the time and you have some crazy thing happen during the 4th of July. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, this thing's messed up. They can clean it up and
They
make it
sure
look
can.
brand new. They can also do appraisals. They
Yep.
can repair and replace a battery on a watch. They can do it all over
You
there.
got that loose jewelry, that loose diamond.
Yeah, you don't want the loose diamond.
Don't.
You want to make sure that thing's secure.
Mm-hmm.
Dillon Rings can do it all. So y'all keep them in mind. But just for Josh and Leslie Ryder, go see them next week. But celebrate the 4th of July.
Definitely.
Because they're definitely celebrating. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
We know the businesses that keep our communities moving. We walk the same streets, shop the same stores, and support the same local families. Janney King franchise owners take pride in caring for the places they keep our hometown strong. With dependable service, attention to detail, and commitment to doing the things the right way, more businesses are choosing Janney King as their trusted local cleaning partner. Visit JanneyKingCleans.com today.
He, the King of Kings.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back.
It's like the dating game music. It's like the dating game music. Just real upbeat.
Anyway, let's go to the phones to talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I've been able to listen today because I've been in the truck running like crazy.
Oh, yeah? You've missed a good bit.
The whole, I'll tell you, it's been a good day today. The bit about the alligator though. I actually got an alligator tag in Selma.
Oh,
Anybody that ever tried to get an alligator tag knows how impossible that is. We got the alligator tag the first year they opened Selma. 25 tags, I had one. And we hooked this joker. We were in a 16-foot boat. It was longer than the boat.
Oh, man. See,
His
no.
hands were bigger than my hands.
No.
But when we hooked the skater, he was going down the middle of the river. We were coming back in. It was about 5 in the morning, and he had a weight behind him. And we're like, holy smokes, that's a big boy right there. So we ride over there, get a hook in him. He literally falls to the bottom of the river and just sticks like glue.
Yep.
We keep messing around, land another hook. So for, I don't know, a good 45 minutes to an hour, we're pulling on this alligator, and he's not moving. And you were supposed to stop at 6 o'clock. So we called the game wardens and said, hey, because Ron's policeman, he had the number on the phone. He's like, we've got this monster gator. Do we cut the lines and move on? What do we do? They said, no, do not let him go. We're on our way.
Oh.
So we're fighting this gator. Well, the problem is the game wardens show up.
Mr. Green Jeans.
So now you've really got to do it by the book.
Yep.
Which is you're supposed to pull an alligator to your boat, wrap your rope around it, and tie it to the boat, then shoot it. We're not gator people.
Yeah.
So we get this monster up. And, I mean, he's got teeth like a dinosaur, hands bigger than mine. The game wardens are losing their mind. They're hollering, this is the state record. This is the state record. There's never been one taken this big. Get a rope around it. I'm like, you get a rope around it.
Thank you.
You want me to tie a rope around this thing? So we're trying to get a rope around the alligator. And Ron says, hey, let me put another harpoon in it. It hits it with the harpoon. It's so big, the harpoon's in. The alligator rolls and all the hooks break. And it's gone.
Whoa, dude.
And I said a prayer of thank you to the Lord that gator was gone. Because I'm the only one with enough sense to know we are in a bad situation right now.
Yeah, I think
And
about
the other, Ron
eat
and
one
my
of
other
y'all.
buddies are going nuts. Yeah,
Oh, I bet.
They're all excited. Well, the next night we go out, we got a 10-foot female. And they said, well, you want to go look for it? I said, no, shoot that thing. Let's get in the boat, let's call it a night, and let's go home. So we did get a 10-foot female the next night. And I used to swim that river and ski in the river. I will never do that again.
You shouldn't, Ray, because there's a gator out there that's really upset with you.
Yeah, it's got hooks
He's
in it and
probably been
everything.
looking for you for quite some
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I would stay out of that river.
Yeah, they have they have a good memory.
Mhm.
I have not been back in the Alabama River since that time.
Yeah, that's a new nickname for him, Captain Hook.
Yeah,
Telling you,
exactly.
dude. That gator's looking for you.
I got a picture somewhere floating around that alligator around the house that we shot that night. It was a fun deal. I'll never do it again. Once and done.
Smart man.
They've
Yes.
done nothing to me. There's no reason for me to go out there and pick a fight with something that's never really bothered me.
Right.
I'm
I
good.
can fight back.
I'm good.
Yeah, can bite back.
Yeah, Ron wants me to go bear hunt. He's always, I got a bear tag. I'm like, Those bears have done nothing to me. They have not picked a fight with me. They've not argued with me. They've not tried to kill me. I'm good. Me and the bears are fine. I'm leaving them alone.
Well, if you go out and shoot one and wound
What I
him,
like to
then
do is self-floor.
he's going to come after
Yeah,
you, Ray. So know that.
Uh-huh. Yep. Now, the only hunting I do anymore is turkey hunting. I leave the rest of them alone.
There you go.
Probably a good idea.
The turkey's really bothered. Yeah, the turkey's really bothered. But if y'all need a floor, call us, 285-8117. You're not going to want to shoot anybody when we get done. You're going to be extremely happy.
Again, that's 285-8117. And be sure to tell them you're at Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey and Eddie. Did you hear what this guy told me, by the way, if I got attacked by a gator?
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, Ray. I should sex it up?
Ray!
What's wrong with you, Eddie Bader?
That's what you do. You got to figure out how you're going to fight it. It's a difference between fighting a male gator and a female gator.
He's actually faced the beast.
Did he,
he's
though?
saying it's a bad idea.
Did he, though? He kind of let it go, let's be honest. And he went back for the female.
I did. That's the only one. The only gator I saw big that wasn't a gator was South crocodile. In my early 20s, So in my early 20s, I spent 4 months in Uganda, and I got to ride up the Nile River in a little bitty boat.
No, thank you.
And this joker was 20-something foot long. His belly was dragging the ground. And I'm like, what are we doing here? God did not make me to die this way. So, yeah, I have great respect for those animals.
Smart man.
Well, I appreciate it, Ray. Appreciate the call, man. And
all right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
You too, Ray. See you, bro.
Did you hear that? A fella snuck up behind me and said, the beast is behind you.
I saw that beast. He's got good-looking legs, though.
He is perpetually sun-kissed.
Yes, he is. No peptides, all
I
natural.
mean, look at me. I've been going outside for about 5-7 minutes shirtless, like to just slowly. And there is a difference from a month ago, but dude, I need to throw on a bunch of sunscreen.
What are you going out at night?
About 10 in the morning.
That's good sun right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
No,
sun.
I only stay out about 5-7 minutes, like
that's good sun.
Without sunscreen. So it's like, okay, it's changed it a little bit, but I'm a vampire, baby. I'm put on a lot of sunscreen when I come visit you on the lake. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. Happy Hour with Greg's next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.